That was incredibly off time.
I started fucking coughing on my water. Holy
That makes it funnier.
Hi everyone. We're starting now.
Oh my god.
That's a good start. Just getting your fucking ears blown out.
Coughing.
I'd say that's a strong start. It's pretty uncanny.
Yeah.
We're here to talk about Chapter 3, Season 3, Vibin'.
Vibin'.
What do you guys think about the vibes? Were the vibes
I liked
off?
it a lot. It was really fun.
Anyways, guys, welcome to the Pack in Time podcast, where we talk about Pack in Time.
See, I don't care about Pack in Time. I care about Goku.
See, exactly. See, Joel's got it. I'm with Joel.
I don't think my mic picks up my fucking
that. You know, I'm over here going, "Daddy, Daddy, do the sand walk." I saw a tweet that apparently that guy that made that was like arrested for something.
No, that was a fake format. No, I
believe it. No, I believe it.
All right, yeah.
Talk about fucking Fortnite.
Yeah, I'm trying to, man. I'm trying. That's great. Anyway, this season was good. I liked it.
I thought it was cool.
For whatever fucking reason, everyone online seems to think that this was just complete dog shit. Fortnite, but everybody online thought that Chapter 2, Season 6 was dog shit. I'm pretty sure we all liked that, so I don't know.
Which one was that one?
That was the one right before you started playing. It was the primal one.
That was the first one I played, so I think I just like remember it fondly for nostalgia.
I mean, I liked it a lot. It was the fifth one I had ever played, and I liked it a hell of a lot. I said it was damn good. I thought all of the like primal weapons and shit were fun. All the bows, animals being added.
You're wrong.
I mean, I like Chapter 3.
Yeah, no, I think Chapter 3. I think that so far Chapter 3 has been shaping up to be. I like it more than 2. I don't know. Maybe we'll see.
Wish we can get Scar.
Anything's better than Chapter 1.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
In Tech. Where's Tech?
Where is Tech? Should we? Okay, I'll start with the story because it's like there seemed to be a lot, but there was really not much going on.
Yeah, this was just kind of the fucking chill season.
I mean, the
first half was just dancing type.
Yeah, they were setting up like something, and then they were like, "Ah, Chrome."
What were they cooking?
The first half of it was just the fucking scientist going like, oh my god, something's happening, you guys. Oh my god. They won't say what it is.
So before we did any of this, like a few hours ago, I re-listened to all of the audio from the Vibin quests just to like refresh myself on everything that it was, because it's like a set of them a week. Fucking forget most of them. But literally, like all it was just like, have a party, we won, whatever. Then the scientist researches the 0 point and the tree, the reality tree. The 0 point seems to be fucking releasing weird shockwave shit. He's getting worrying readings. He calls biology a fake science.
Bruh.
And then then as the season went on, pretty early on, like Darth Vader and the Stormtroopers showed up. And so they had a quest that was just like, hey, there's this dude called Darth Vader. He's here for something, and I think we also want it. So, like, go fuck with him and see what he wants. So, essentially what it was is the 0 point, like, shat out a Sith holocron, and Vader somehow got to Reality 0 and went to try to get it. And then, we got that, beat Vader, whatever. And so then it was, what was it? Then after that, the 0 point, I think, shat out the fucking, what was the thing from Indiana Jones? The Eye of Ra? I don't remember what it was called, but it was the little thing, the medallion that was on top of the staff. And so we had to go get that. and then it was the chair, I think. I think it was the chair. And so every time that happened, it was just kind of like...
anything? Or
what?
Was it just some... Was that anything, or was it just some
I'm
chair?
pretty sure it's supposed to be the chair that kept changing sizes on the mountain last chapter. That one chair.
Okay. I was wondering if it was like some fucking like weird deep cut Dragon Ball shit, because I'm pretty sure that quest like dropped the same the same day as the Dragon Ball shit.
Yeah, it did. I thought that we were gonna be like looking for a Dragon Ball in the quest. I was disappointed that wasn't the case. That would have been fun. But yeah, so each time that we did that, there was like some sort of earthquake caused by the 0 point, and he was like, "Oh shit, everything's going to shit," and so then he created his AI Amy to like help you out, and she calls him daddy and other such things. Where I think he told her to stop calling him that, and so she called him attractive father. Pretty good writing, I think. Anyway, so all that shit was happening, and then they kind of realized that the 0 point was doing all of this stuff as kind of sending out distress signals, because freeing it from the ground was a bad idea. And so now it was exposed to anything trying to attack it, like the tree. And so the Paradigm comes in and helps to try investigating, because suddenly all of the 7 members started disappearing. And it was really concerning because they were leaving all of their shit around the island. But I guess they were just fine. They were in a secret lab under Sanctuary, looking at the Chrome shit. And now they're all like, I don't know, assimilated into the Chrome.
But like maybe because like we can all use the Chrome and just be fine for a little bit.
Yeah, I think that they got kind of like assimilated though, because they were right at ground zero of it. And like now it's all kind of like settled.
They retconned the Paradigm to be Brie Larson.
Yeah, that was cool. Don't know why they bothered.
Big shout out to Donald.
I do understand why it's Brie Larson, because I think that she plays the game, and she also has her own locker bundle. Yeah.
Wait, really?
Wait, yeah. Brie Larson has a locker bundle?
Yeah, it's Bushranger and some other shit. I remember that because when that came out, it gave Bushranger like a reality tree almost looking style before we had even seen that. But I don't think it was supposed to be like a reality tree thing. I think it was just like purple leaves. So
I wasn't big on the whole paradigm being fucking Brie Larson thing before. She uses Bushranger. That can happen. That's fair enough.
Yeah.
That's fair. But yeah, so that was basically all of the in-game story. But then they had the Fortnite Zero War comics.
Oh, give it up for Fortnite Zero War comics.
Yeah, everybody's a real big fan of these.
Sex Fortnite?
Yeah.
Fortnite
the Imagined had sex with Wolverine. That's one of the big takeaways from it. Let me pull something up here. So in the first comics, with like the Batman ones, they killed Fishstick for whatever reason. And then in the first comic of Zero War, in Zero War #1, they killed Fishstick again. There's just a panel of him with like a giant piece of shrapnel jutting out of his chest. And then the Foundation is like, oh, don't worry, that's just a snapshot. The real Fishstick died a good while ago. And then in the 5th issue, which I read today because it still hasn't come in the mail for me, they killed Fishstick again.
No, with Sugarfish.
So, yeah. But anyway, the story of these is basically it's supposed to be kind of going alongside last season, like with the season 2 stuff, with the whole war going on. So it's basically the 0 point's going crazy. They're like, okay, our last ditch effort, let's go to the moon. That like we've got Spider-Man here with us. Let's get like fucking Thor and Storm together to make the weather all right on the ice moon that the Paradigm crashed into with the mech originally, and get a couple other Marvel dudes in, because part of the 0 point is just like missing, and we could use it to power up the mech and bring it back to just kill the IO. So they go to Marvel, universe. They get a bunch of dudes over, and then they there's one team of Jones, Spider-Man, the Imagined, and Wolverine go to find the Zero Shard, and they get that, whatever. They fight Doctor Doom, they fight Dinosaur Dude, all that shit. And then Iron Man, the Scientist, the Foundation go to the Ice Moon and find the Paradigm still there, alive somehow with the mech. So they get that shit all together. A bunch of shit happens in the middle. The Imagined and Wolverine have sex.
Yep, just
as aforementioned.
As you do. As
expected.
Jones gets hit on by a Wakandan leader. I don't remember her name. And then in the final issue, in number 5, he mentions that he feels bad that he turned her down. Yeah, but then in the 5th issue, they get the mech, the whole Collider event happens. But apparently Geno was on the Collider, just hanging out on it. And so the sisters go to fight him with Wolverine. They can't do anything to him. So the Imagined and pile drives him into the 0 point while it's unstable, killing both of them. And Wolverine saves the Order, and now she hates him, even though the Imagined told him to do that for her. And then Jones and the Foundation jumped into the 0 point, and when we thought that they were going to be gone for a while, apparently they were only there for a minute. Because they went in there, and apparently it was Geno's secret other dimensional lab where he has a whole bunch of super high-tech stuff that he's okay, you fucking got me, just take whatever you want. You got 15 seconds before this place goes away. Fuck you. He's you guys won, whatever. I was just trying to be make everything nice and whatever, but I guess you won. Hopefully you can do a better job than me, I guess. Dipshits. And so him and the Paradigm get fucking all of their fucking atoms scattered around a million different universes.
You mean the Imagined?
The Imagined, yeah. And then the final panels of the comic are Geno reforming himself, so he's not dead.
No, okay, sorry.
What's what the fuck is the point of that?
The Imagined is dead. I don't know.
Apparently, they made Jones into a canonical beard because apparently one of the writers implied that he and Sloane had history, but Sloane's definitely a lesbian. So
I don't think that's what. No, they had history in that they worked together. I think that was all that they were implying.
Gay people.
I read it today, and it just seemed like he was just kind of broken.
Reddit?
Yeah.
Hold on a second.
It's
Oh,
when she got crushed by a giant mech fist, he was kind of oh shit, I've known her for a long fucking time, and she's just dead now.
What are you gonna say, Vera?
Oh yeah, have we? So as the podcast, has any of our Pack and Time podcasts ever been able to talk about how fucking how Jonesy is just thousands of years old? I guess.
I guess we should probably mention that.
He's an old
so
boy.
Everybody working for the IO is basically from what I understand, Geno is a genetic scientist that managed to make people perfect. And by doing that, he was able to eliminate people dying of natural causes. So if you work for the IO, you're part of the inner circle sort of thing, one of the higher up members.
Benefits.
If one of the benefits is that you get made immortal. So Jones and Sloane and Gunner and all those guys have all had this thing done to them, and they've been alive for thousands of years. Same with the Imagined and the Order, because they're both thousands of years old. Probably the rest of the 7 too. Who knows?
I find it interesting though that Jones is considered the inner circle or whatever, but Geno had no clue.
He isn't actually. I just mean that I assume that henchmen aren't immortal, but if you're one of the agents, you probably are.
He's a fucking bureaucrat.
Yeah, basically. Because, like, yeah, there is that bit where, like, he knows who Geno is. He knows about Geno. He has never met him, though, because Sloan apparently has been lying to him and telling him that Gunner is Geno.
That guy's Geno,
Because
That's
when
Geno.
when him and the Foundation go to fight Sloan, like, they get cornered by Sloan and Gunner, he's like, there you go, I brought you to Geno. And he's like, what are you talking about? And then Sloan's like, you think that I would let you talk to Geno, you dipshit.
Yeah, and then like in the fucking like in the one quest in season 2, he's like, oh yeah, I bet it was Agent Gunner, level 5. Like he's just fucking reading the list of names.
Yeah,
like, oh,
like he doesn't know
this
who the
guy's
fuck this
important.
guy is. Yeah. It's like everybody's just fucking faceless there. But yeah, so that was basically all the Zero War stuff. There was a lot of things that were contradicting and weird, like how they drew the Destroyer, like that big monster that the mech originally fought. They drew it as a T-Rex for some reason. Like, it was just a T-Rex.
Dinosaur.
When they actually got to the part where, like, the mech showed up for the Collider event, it did not have the 7 coat of paint on it. It was just the normal, like, really bright, colorful one. So something was up with these comics. They were kind of written weird. They didn't look the best. I feel like they might have been kind of rushed.
Faces.
Yeah.
They're either rushed or they weren't given like a
Like enough info.
They probably didn't have like the fucking Donald Mustard like fucking seal of approval. They probably just went through some dude.
Maybe. Because it's especially weird after the Batman comics, because those were all really well done, I thought. So, I don't know.
That or for like, I mean, I guess for the mech it could just be like it didn't have a final design yet when these were made, but also like why would you do? I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure, because I
The
feel like it's
Devourer
like
has
the
no excuse.
yeah, no, that's just weird. That's just really weird. I don't even know how they wouldn't have the design of the mech too, because they've had the design of the mech for at least like 6 months probably since this comic finally released, and it's like I can't imagine that it would have taken that long to get this into full production. Like, they couldn't have done some revision and been like, oh, wait a second,
Gone, like,
you're gonna want to change
the
that.
colors.
Yeah. Oh, also something to mention is the Ice King from fucking, what was it? From the Devourer, like, chapter 1 shit. The guy that lived in that castle or whatever. Apparently that castle was literally a chunk of the ice moon that fell to the island. He brought it back to the ice moon, and he's just been living there like dead. Basically, like froze himself, but he can still like talk to people through like a ghost or whatever. And he was
brought it back to the moon.
Yeah, because I guess that he uses that fortress to like seal away dangerous shit, which is why the Devourer was in it, because he was trying to keep it away from anybody. And so Doctor Doom followed them to the Ice Moon and was trying to steal all the weapons that were hidden away in there because they were too dangerous. Also, Doctor Doom got hired by Geno at one point in the comic. And then at the end of it, Gunner is like, what the fuck are you doing? And he's like, I appreciate that you guys are trying to do like the whole perfect reality thing, but like, you guys made one mistake. You're not Doom. So, I'll be back later. You can thank me.
You're not Dr. Doom.
Dr. Doom, baby.
Dr. Dre.
But yeah, so that's basically all the story. Now we got the crush ship, so.
Yeah, so is this a podcast, or is this Sam tells us about Fortnite lore?
I don't know. You guys didn't have a fucking prepared lore breakdown. Sorry.
No. Could have given us.
No, every viewer
could have given us some lines.
What do you want me to fucking feed you lines? Like, all right, you comment on Geno here.
Hey, hey Sam, the teleprompter's broken.
Damn, I had that fixed last week.
Where are my lines?
Up your ass. Anyway.
Yeah, what's next?
Just go through the timeline of like map updates, just the general shit.
Yeah.
So, season begins. The IO is completely wiped out. They're all gone. Any trace of them has just been renovated into party shit. The Peace Syndicate, a new faction, shows up to help clean up and throw a party. Eevee is the first member of the Peace Syndicate we got, and that new skin, Twin, is apparently a Peace Syndicate member. I think Meowscles has been hired by the Peace Syndicate.
Really?
I saw that on the wiki. I don't know where everybody got that from, but I did maybe. And apparently,
Meowscles is currently more concerned with his divorce, however.
yes. And I think Mancake has dialogue when you talk to him as Eevee, where he's like, "Watch out for those Peace Syndicate guys. I used to work for them. Watch your back."
You're just gonna say, and then Mancake has died.
No, he's still kicking.
Someone
Of course.
But so then
What do you
for
think
map
Pancake's
changes,
body looks like? Because like you know,
Weird.
his head is a sack of pancakes. Bone.
but so we got the reality tree completely replaced Camp Cuddle. That hasn't been here for a good while, and created the whole mushroom biome, which kind of like broke
The
up.
Mushroom Kingdom.
Yeah. And it broke up Greasy Grove, so now there's mushrooms like popping out of that. Like half of the fucking taco restaurant is raised like 50 feet up in the sky.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Having a new biome is very nice. You
yeah.
can get full shield. You're just fucking moving right along. What if I want to comment on something? You gotta leave room for discussion.
I let you talk.
Okay, yeah. After every map update, go. Any comments?
I'll pause a second if anybody wants to say something. Anyway, Command Cavern was updated to a party.
Yes.
Their way of gaming.
Hey, do you know that? Hey, that guy who made that post made like a 9/11 memorial, and I thought
Did
it was
he?
really funny. Yeah, hang on.
Updated to a party.
There's just this one
Cavern has been
fucking
updated to a
Fortnite
party.
news account on Instagram.
He's
Which,
with
like,
Harold,
the way his
Will
posts
says-
are, the way his posts are laid out is just really funny. Yeah.
9/11 was upgraded to a party.
Alright.
9/11.
So after that, the Collider and the Fortress were busted. They got replaced with like party towns, like Drill Hill and the Glow, because the Glow is like down where the 0 point is like kind of visible from the water.
Yeah.
Reality routes were spreading across the map, and there was also a Quambo skull, and absolutely no
hang on, I gotta-
no Quambo.
Speaking of Quambo, I did the drawing for this one.
Yeah, I'll put it up on screen here. Wow,
It'll be it'll be.
isn't that a great
done by-
Quambo, everybody?
Yeah, it's
Quambo.
good. Yeah.
Hey, what were you
Yeah,
saying?
It
Oh, you
seems
think-
that Clumbos are not here for the foreseeable future.
Yeah,
We're
They'll
still
live-
gonna have
they'll
we're
live
still
on
gonna have a
vicariously
drawing of them
through
every
us.
time.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
But along with that, there's also the Rex arm from the mech that got blown off during the event, and was just landed in the desert, which is pretty cool. Like busted a house. That's still there.
Oh yeah, that was pretty awesome.
Yeah, good place to get metal in the desert. And then so yeah, there was like the reality route spreading around. A little bit into the season, the hench bros were trapped in a cave behind like a 3 million health rock. And eventually you could break with a cow catcher, but eventually they got freed from their cave, and they were hanging out, driving around the map, doing shit with the invader guy, and eventually they ended up picking up the IO guard, when now the 4 of them are hanging out. So then a little bit later than that, Logjam got turned into Logjam Lotus, which, that was like rotating through a bunch of different aesthetics from past seasons.
Like the only one that was the first one they did, and the only one they like renamed.
Yeah. Shuffled Shrines happened too. That one got renamed. Like that one got upgraded to a POI. It wasn't before.
Yeah, it wasn't named before.
But along with Logjam Lotus, that was when Darth Vader started showing up. There's like 5 outposts or something that he could land at, which, by the way, I realized when looking at the wiki that those are named just to, like, the first letter of each outpost just spells Vader.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
funny. I don't know why I wouldn't have noticed that. Okay.
Well, I mean, you never see them all together.
Yeah.
Then after that, we got the Butterbloom. So the Butterbloom kept rotating through a bunch of different aesthetics. Then Tumbledown Temple, I think it was called, got turned into Shuffled Shrines, which was appearing for the Indiana Jones stuff because they had a temple inside. Could do a puzzle
Temple
on
Run.
it and go
And,
in, dodge
watch out for
the
the puzzle feds. Who
yeah,
didn't
watch
want you
out for
to
the
do
puzzle feds. Everybody dropping there trying to stop you from getting the fucking treasure.
Yeah, like they're not trying to do the puzzle. They
No.
were just stopping you from doing it. Like fucking hiding in the trees if they see anyone checking the puzzle. Fucking kill that guy. Get that fucking guy right now. Now.
But yeah, that Indiana Jones stuff was really cool. Just being able to have like an actual temple, like the poison darts and the boulder chasing you out was great.
Yeah,
It's
like
a-
when they
it's a
do
one,
interactive map shit.
Yeah,
the
it's
one,
really
like,
nice.
Me as fish stick.
And it was
Yeah.
Indiana Jones, so it was really
Indiana.
good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, fucking Indiana Jones, baby.
Then after that, Sleepy, the like northern like residential area of Sleepy Sound got turned into Sleepy Shrubs, which got the same treatment as the rest, kind of shuffling around through different aesthetics. And that was also around the time that No Sweat started showing up and setting up all their beach party stuff. And
I
then
think
after that,
wasn't the sleepy one at like the same time as the condo one?
the what?
I thought the like sleepy update and the condo update with like
No, Condo was during the No Sweat summer event.
Was it like
Yeah.
a week later?
Yeah, no. So it was like a week or two. So yeah, No Sweat set up shop. Then the No Sweat summer event happened, and Lil Whip could be found around the island with his brand new hit single and emote
Drippin' flavor.
Drippin' flavor.
Play
Mm-mm.
play it right now at 4x speed.
Okay. Then he was like giving out ice cream, and they made a couple new flavors of ice cream, which was cool.
One of them literally just like gives you a fucking like 100 shield instantly from a
No, that was
consumable.
the mythic one.
Well,
the
yeah,
mi-
but still,
the-
that's what I mean. One of them.
One of the mythic one fully healed you, like health and
okay,
shield.
the full-
It was
I
like a
forgot
full
it
heal.
was,
Yeah. Then after during that,
but
Bungalow
yeah,
Blooms
Lil
popped
Whip
up.
was also Lil Whip was also trying to avoid being like killed for tax
No,
evasion.
he was just like trying to raise money so that No Sweat didn't like take possession of his restaurant, I think.
And they did anyways
Yeah.
because it
the
no
song
Beast
sucked.
Bomber has it. yeah, it's like he borrowed a lot of money to make a fucking album and then it didn't sell because it fucking sucked.
So after that, Bungalow Blooms showed up at Condo Canyon. It was like the residential area away from like the actual condos and stuff. Then a bit later than that, the Daily Bugle got completely replaced after being there for 3 full seasons. It got replaced with Lazy Lagoon.
Lore reason is Marvel characters were like, yeah, we're taking this back. This is ours."
Yeah, literally. They were just like, yeah, we kind of need this.
Yeah.
Kinda need
What
this
was
like
it?
State of
There's a
Manhattan.
there's a line that Spider-Man says. He's like, yeah, I think that there's a block in Manhattan that's really missing the sound of J. Jonah Jameson right now.
Yeah, I like that. That implies that just that Jameson got like taken with it.
Yeah, I was gonna
Was
say like
was he
I think
trapped
that
in the Fortnite
I think that it just made the Daily Bugle didn't exist for a little bit there.
world?
Like he just didn't have anywhere to go to work.
You
I
think
like to believe that
like
Jameson
walked into
was here-
work and there's just a
No.
big crater.
No, he can't have been because they would have made a skin.
Yeah, he would have been in the loop.
Well, Jameson's too, powerful to be snapshotted.
Okay. That's fair. But along with Lazy Lagoon, they also added Kame House to the map up near Sanctuary. And the Dragon Ball collab started. And I think in that same update also, Tilted was fully rebuilt for the Block 2.0 stuff. where
You
people
say
like, built
added
their own stuff.
Kame House, but didn't they pretty much just fucking like slap the text on an existing house?
No, there was an existing house, but they made a new, like,
Okay,
it was already a pink house, but they
Yeah.
completely took it out and rebuilt, like, built Kame House over it. So, it is its own separate thing.
Yeah.
Then
I
a reality tree started. Oh, wait, what do you say?
I was gonna say about the Dragon Ball stuff. I just think it was like I don't know how I felt about it because it was only like what 2 weeks,
2 or 3,
right?
yeah.
It was like 2 weeks, but like by the fucking end of the first week, I felt like it was just it went on way too fucking long.
I don't know, I was fine with it. I mean, like,
I mean, like the fucking like
The-
items stayed for the
yeah,
whole
the items
season,
stayed the whole season.
Yeah,
so it's
that must
like,
have been it.
I don't know, like they just existed.
Then a reality tree started growing at the spawn island, and we all thought that, like, oh wait, is it gonna like shuffle the spawn island? Is that gonna go through different aesthetic stuff? It didn't. It didn't actually mean
No.
anything. But when that happened, once that actually grew, all of the shuffled locations locked down on the island. So we got Logjam Junction, which is like Western theme. The Neo Butter Barn, which is themed like Neo Tilted. Sunken Suburbs, which is themed around like
Castle because
Yeah,
that's the
Coral
fishing
Castle.
area.
And then the Condoseum, which is like the Coliseum stuff from Chapter 2, Season 5, which I'm surprised hasn't shown up at all.
Personally,
past
I
that.
would have swapped what Logjam and Condo were because I feel like the bigger area should have been the Coliseum and like a western area would have fit in the desert better.
Maybe. I feel like regardless, they wouldn't have been able to actually fit a Coliseum in, which is disappointing. I would have liked for them
Yeah.
to do
There
that.
was kinda one at the Logjam one.
I mean, there is a fucking condo too. Like the back buildings are kind of all replaced with like a kind of small arena.
I gotta take a piss. Don't say anything really funny without me.
Okay, let's be hilarious. But yeah, that was everything that season for the timeline of everything. So it was. I can understand people saying that it was kind of underwhelming because the only real changes were just like pre-existing stuff, just got a different paint job, basically. But-
Spray painted up.
Yeah, it's like
Graffitied.
yeah, literally, and also just like existing locations were shuffling between other aesthetics.
Yeah.
And it's like, I get it, but it's like, I don't know, I feel like the feeling of the season kind of fit that. Like, it felt like kind of quaint, I guess. I don't know. I thought it was nice.
It
Yeah.
was
But-
pretty nice.
So, anything else anyone wants to say about how the map was and everything?
Fortnite.
That's true.
I don't know.
Yeah, there isn't too much to say about it this time, really.
Fortnite has never done anything that especially egregious, so I don't really care.
Yeah.
Fortnite has never.
Fortnite, I don't think has ever like. It's been a very, very long time since Fortnite has done anything where I was like, "Wow, that's a change."
Yeah. I can't even really think of anything that I could say, like, oh, jeez. That was one of the
Wait, I'm
best.
back. Whatever you said, say again. Like go.
No.
over it.
Okay, here's what I said. I said Fortnite has
Watch
not
the VOD.
This is
What?
pretzel
the
rod.
VOD.
Yeah, fucking
Yeah.
watch the
Oh,
VOD, dumbass.
I heard pretzel rod.
VOD watchers skip 2 hours.
Pretzel one.
VOD watchers skip this one, honestly.
VOD watchers grab a
It's not
pretzel
worth
rod.
it.
Yeah, I'm done with this shit, bro. I'm out.
I'm
Tap it
tapping
out.
out.
I'm
I'm
tapping
done.
out. I'm
Podcast
done.
No, you can't
over.
tap out because we're about to talk about mechanics and weapons. Everyone's
Oh,
favorite.
No.
Time to tap
No, we're
in.
not. What's next on the list?
Tap into
Mechanics.
this one. What?
He just-
What's after this? What section's after this?
after
Battle
this?
Pass? I mean, we usually take our break after mechanics. So that's usually the
Okay,
longest
so we're
thing.
talking about the battle pass.
We're not
No.
talking about the Battle Pass.
What if we like switch these two for the
No.
That would be stupid, and it would upset everyone.
Okay, fellas.
Exactly.
Mechanics
Yes.
and weaponry.
I love them. Let's talk
Firearm.
about that starting weapon pool, why don't we?
Talk
Start
about
off with
fucking
some
weapons,
news.
the one I
Well,
didn't
we'll
use
start
on
off with like the stuff that's just back. Like we already talked about this 3 times, 2 times, whatever.
Yes.
Ranger AR was still there. Striker Burst was still there. The Auto Shotgun was still there. Striker Pump, Combat SMG, Stinger SMG, Sidearm Pistol, and the Revolver.
Ugh.
Those were all just still there.
Okay,
we won't
Ranger.
have to do most of this season.
Yeah.
Okay, Ranger, mid as fuck, like always.
We don't gotta go through 'em. We've done this twice. Everybody knows what we feel about the
Like,
Rangers.
So, like,
Yeah,
last season we had like some new thoughts on the pump, but this was
I mean, like, does anybody have new like did anything kind of come around for you this season?
I don't
with
really
those?
think so.
Yeah, no, I stand exactly where I was with all of these.
Like, it was just
You
last
know, I
season
guess
we
I could
started
mention that I
thinking,
think I liked the combat a little less than Stinger, but like I feel like they had two different applications. I don't know.
I guess I finally come through on the Ranger is fucking worthless. Now the hammer exists.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah, which we can talk about now
Yeah,
because the Hammer
like,
AR was a
in the
brand new weapon.
Yeah, in the first 2 seasons, the Ranger was fine, but like now that there's a hammer, there's no reason.
Yeah, no, the Hammer is kind of just like I feel like it's kind of finally we have an answer to the stock Scar, at
Yeah.
least a little bit. Like it isn't
I
exact.
like the
but-
hammer more than the stock Scar. Honestly, it's really really nice.
I feel like I can't say just because we haven't been able to use the stock one in
Yeah.
so long. I can't really say what I think like comparatively.
From what I remember, it just feels like it does like a fucking lot more damage. It's fun.
It might do more damage, but I think it's like a little bit less long range, like good at long range,
Yeah,
and it's got like a little bit more spread, but it's like at the same time, it's still
You see,
perfectly
usually what I do is
usable at long range.
I carry a hammer and a DMR, so any range is
Yeah.
not necessary.
But
If you're not in range.
I really liked it. I was not a big fan of the hammer at the beginning, but then like halfway through the season, I started picking it up a bit more, and I was like, oh, fuck, I actually really like those.
Yeah, Hammer's good.
Hammer's good. Yeah, I don't remember
Mm.
what I felt at the beginning. I want to be 100.
I mean, it's been like 3.5 months since then. I don't blame you.
I think what I thought it was kind of like it's like, oh, another assault rifle. It's an assault rifle that fires shots.
I was
It's like okay.
Here-
And then
here's
like I
what I
started
probably-
realizing
Here's another.
I was like, yeah, I was like, so I was starting to realize, oh, this isn't a bad assault rifle. I'll use it.
Here's what I probably
And,
thought.
yeah,
I
And
probably
then
thought.
it was good.
I probably thought this shit mid MK7 clears.
That's true. He just came out of the MK7.
You're
for a
never
little
getting
bit.
the MK7 back. The 7
No,
is gone.
no, we are.
MK7 did clear. And did they bring the combat AR back for this one?
whenever
Or-
that was surprisingly later in the season.
Whenever I
Yeah.
farther
think of the
down
fucking
was,
MK7, I just remember like there was one time I was sitting in fucking German class. There was like 2 kids by me talking about, did you play the new Fortnite season? It was like fucking it was fucking season 1. But it was like, what is this fucking MK bullshit? This sucks.
The only MK I want in my games is Mortal Kombat. I'm telling you that.
MK Ultra.
MK7.
They're gonna be
Fucking
using MK Ultra to get you like this gun. Goddamn.
The foundation is my activation phrase.
The Rock.
See, Brie Larson's mine.
Yeah, when you say Brie Larson, I can activate. Ha!
Shut up.
That's
Women!
sucks.
Yeah, no, it sucked. I'm sorry, man.
Okay.
Anyway, the next new thing was the 2-shot shotgun.
I like that.
Yes, I think it's fine.
Shotgun.
The 2-shot shotgun, I hated that shit for most of the season, and then around the
Because
end, it felt like I don't know. I don't know if it was a bug or if I was just fucking using it wrong and being a moron. But like every time I felt like I was in a fight with that thing, I would like click and click again, and it would just like, or not even click again, like shoot once and like click again before it was done firing, and it would just lock me into shooting 2 more shots. I'm like, I want to put this away, man.
I had that happen a couple times. Yeah,
It's
it
like
was
I don't
weird.
know if that was just like a weird mechanic thing or if it was bugged.
I'm
I
sure
still
it was
have
just
no clue.
bugged because it's like the whole 2-shot fire mechanic might have been like programmed odd. So then
Maybe.
I don't know. It's weird.
Huh.
Either way, it got like buffed midway through the season, right?
Yeah, I think so. I
I
mean, I
mean-
definitely felt like it felt better.
It probably did because it didn't suck by the end. So
Yeah, no, like by the
Remember the
end, I
beginning-
really like didn't even want to use an auto shotgun if I found a 2-shot. I was like, oh, it's like they're fucking clear, dude. Like in
Yeah.
5 seconds.
Yeah, Two Shot was I like that one. That was really good. I wish we had it in this season or this next
Yeah.
one, season 4.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But-
it's weird that like the hammer got to say, and the other new weapon they introduced at the beginning is just gone already.
Yeah, at least we got the DMR still.
Oh yeah, the DMR. Let's I fucking
Yeah,
fucking DMR.
DMR is the
Love-
next thing on this list.
love
I
DMR.
I like the DMR well enough, but I would much rather the traditional assault rifle because I don't use snipers really to begin with.
I just like I just like normal like one shot snipers a lot more.
Yeah.
Just in
Yeah,
general.
that's
I
my
was
take.
I was never a big fan of the auto sniper. And that's basically what the DMR is, but with different bullets, so
Pretty much.
I always like the auto sniper a lot more, and I like this a lot more because it's just like it's pretty much like an infinite range like 4-shot AR.
Yeah,
DMR
it feels like a perfect middle ground between an AR and a sniper rifle.
Yeah. And I guess this season they're adding another side grade, which is like a
Yeah, they will
sort
be.
of different-
Still isn't in the
I'm
game.
curious to see how that one.
It might come out on Tuesday. I'm not sure.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, who knows?
They showed Cypher PK using it.
Yeah, they did. But yeah. So that was the new stuff, and the like one big unball was the heavy sniper was back.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
And the heavy
no,
sniper.
that was last season. No, that was in season 2.
Was it? Wait, was
Yeah,
the heavy
the
sniper
sniper.
unvaulted by the end of season? Oh yeah, you're right. Because it was like, hey, yeah, use it against tanks. Oh well, we can talk about it. I don't know.
The heavy
Yeah,
sniper grew
So
on me.
I never touched the heavy sniper, or I never really used the heavy sniper in when it was first added, because it's a it's a fucking worse hunter bolt, and then I started using it fucking constantly. I started using it like every game I found one eventually because I miss having a sniper.
Yeah,
Yeah, because at that point it was the only sniper in the game.
yeah,
Yeah.
which was
And, it's
surprising.
like, yeah,
Like,
Now
yeah.
the Hunter Bolt is the only sniper.
and which I'm
Yeah.
fine with that because I like the Hunter Bolt.
yeah,
And like still, yeah, you also have the DMR, which is a middle ground. It kind of counts.
Yeah, but yeah,
so it's like
the heavy
technically we
sniper.
are too. But
Heavy sniper, like when it first came out, I didn't really pay too much attention to it, and then I like started really getting into like, okay, this thing I can actually see some uses for this thing.
yeah,
For some reason, I always found myself like picking one up right when I see someone in a vehicle, so I just immediately
no,
just demolish their car.
yeah. I remember. I don't remember if I said it like when we were giving like our like first thoughts on season 3 last time we did this. But I remember complaining about the fucking heavy sniper because I was like, yeah, it's like there's no fucking point in getting into a goddamn car because it's like 99% of the time somebody's going to be walking around with a sniper rifle and the only one in the game is the heavy. So if you're in a vehicle, you're just fucked because that shit's going to get blown to fuck. It's just like, it got a lot better later in the season because I think a
Yeah,
lot more
I
people
feel like-
started using the DMR.
Yeah, no, it definitely was, but I still felt it, so I'm glad the heavy's gone. 'Cause
The
I
one
like
thing that I
DMR.
did like about the heavy a good bit was the fact that it could basically just like break any build other than like
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
like
But that's
fucking
like also like
reinforced
one
walls.
build with a one-shot sniper. So
there was
Well,
a
yeah,
time,
but,
there
like,
was a
there-
time I just like shredded some dude's buildings with the heavy sniper, just like taking shots at it while you guys are like
Yeah.
trying to actually nail the dude.
Yeah,
That's
exactly. Like
great.
it was really great, like using it in like squads or whatever, because it was just like we could have one person sniping out the builds, and then like everybody else like trying to like pepper them with some damage while they were down.
yeah.
And it's like there were at least like 1 or 2 times too that like I needed to break something, like because I was fighting some dude and there was just a heavy sniper on the ground. Like fucking give me this for a second, hip shot. Okay,
Yep.
I'm good now. Get rid of this. I can carry on with what I was doing to this guy.
Yeah,
It's
you
like,
can
I
literally
think it was
hit
pretty good
pirates
for
too.
that. Yeah, because it's like you didn't need to be accurate. You're hitting the fucking side of a barn, literally. So it's like
Exactly.
Yeah, they built in a barn. Family Guy Amish clip.
yeah. But that's everything for the starting weapon stuff. But the new stuff, or quote unquote new, it was all unvaulted. stuff. We don't have to go into the healing stuff. It was basically exactly the same from the season before.
Yeah, was there any different healing? I'm trying to think.
The only different thing was they brought chug cannons back, it seems like.
Oh yeah.
And the slurp shrooms were back because they grew at the base of the reality saplings.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Um,
Those vaulted, huh?
And yeah, the most like healing shit they added was here's an entire biome where you can get full shield.
Like the bouncy mushrooms and shit.
Yeah.
But other than the chug cannon getting unvaulted, which was very nice, I'm very glad that's back because that was such an insanely helpful thing. Ballers got added back, and they're gone again now. But they were there for the entire season. I don't know.
Mhm.
The
You
charging,
still have
the charging
entire roller
station.
coaster.
Yeah, no, the entire roller coaster is still there, and the charging stations are all still there, even the ones that weren't inside the cave. So I don't know what's up with that, because now the roller coaster, because like they added the ballers and they made fucking Rave Cave, like I think the lore reason was that fucking Cuddle Team leader really wanted to build a roller coaster, so they let her like make one out of a bunch of scrap metal from the war. So there's this giant fucking roller coaster that was really cool. Honestly, it played the radio, played Party Royale over it while you were in it. Pretty neat. And you could just like go around in a baller. It was completely inconsequential. There was really no reason to ride it other than it was neat.
Yeah.
I feel this is completely unrelated.
And
but
to
now
help
we
your
can-
milestone.
That too.
we should mention to the viewers that we're recording this like a week later than we wanted to, which means we've had like 2 weeks with the news.
Yeah, we've had 2 weeks. Usually we only have 1 week, so yeah, we'll probably like cross-reference the new season a lot, like, just because we've already been in it for like half a month.
We've been new.
We've been new, sis.
Yeah, Sam's already over level 100.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's something, huh?
I'm
Yeah,
like
it is.
52, and that's because there's this one creative game that can give you like fucking I don't know,
It's a
more
secret.
than a level an hour. Oh, sorry. Yeah, it's gonna
Well,
I didn't
not-
use that
not
for the
actually.
record. I did not use that. That was my shit. Was all I
You're just
fucking
actually insane.
worked in the fucking beating hot sun. So
God.
the other thing that was unvaulted along with ballers and chug cannon was tornadoes. We went an entire season without any sort of weather stuff, and they brought it back. Fog was still there, but they brought tornadoes back. Glad about that because those were fun.
Good.
I,
And
like, forgot
thankfully,
about those.
I don't. Do you guys remember? Did they bring back the lightning storm at all
No.
last
No, they
season?
didn't.
Don't
Last
think
season,
so.
no.
Yeah, I didn't
No.
think they did.
I don't remember
Yeah,
it.
with,
yeah, the
with,
lightning-
good, with
the
good
lightning-
reason.
Yeah, no, the lightning storm has not been there since it was added the one time.
Yeah, and then
Was-
what?
The storm sickness.
Yeah, storm sickness was a new thing
Oh yeah,
too.
storm sickness.
It was
Is
just
that
like,
even still a thing? You wouldn't know.
Yeah, it is. It's worse than it was before it kicks in earlier. Because
Oh,
the way it
kicks in
was
earlier.
it was like if you just stayed in the storm for an
It's
entire
something
game,
else.
it would eventually be like, all right, motherfucker, you've been in here too long. We're just into killing you. Like
We are killing
you are going to take 20 damage a second. Fuck you.
Mm.
Get out of the storm and play the game.
Yeah, which,
So
like, even
they
then, that's
it used to be
that's
like really, really late into the game, but now it's like at least like 1 or 2 storm circles earlier. It does that to you.
It's such a weird thing to add because it's not gonna happen if you're just playing the game actually.
Yeah.
It's like a
So
completely
it only just fucks you
unnecessary
over if you're trying
feature.
to just like fish.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't need to exist. Like you're not going to actually encounter it
Unless you're like
doing
grinding
unless you're
fishing.
not. Which at that point, why would you bother forcing someone to do that?
Maybe just so that they don't like illegitimately
yeah,
steal
so-
somebody's placement. I don't know.
And I guess like so it's not like, oh, you're in the fucking final circle and there's nobody around because this guy's just got full of healing items. in the
Yeah,
storm.
but even then, if you're in the final circle and you're still there, it's like you're not going to be able to out heal that. The
No,
quickest
you're not.
the quickest healing thing you're going to have is a
It's like
med mist.
5 a second.
There's only
Which-
150 in
yeah.
that, and by the final storm circle, I think it's at least doing 10 damage a second. So like you're
So
not
you'll
going to be
be
able to
healing-
survive that.
You'll be in like the same rate. Essentially, you're losing health.
No, that happens like within like the 4th circle, because as soon as it goes to 5 damage a second, that's like the rate that you're healing with a med mist. The
Aren't
only
you
way that you can really
healing like
out heal
slightly
that.
faster?
You heal slightly faster, but it's like, it's still you're healing 5 per tick with the med mist, and it's taking 5 away every second. So it's like you're
Okay.
kind of balancing it out. The only way that you could make it go even faster is if you have like another person hitting you with med mist, or if you have like campfire or something. But at that point, it's like you have to have such like perfect situation to like have that happen that it's like it's not
Okay,
going to.
here's the situation. Full squad, 20 med mists. I'm using med mist on myself, and everyone's using it on me. We're using it
Final
on each
circle.
other because we're spraying it.
Full squad 4 med mist, final circle next to a campfire. Everyone's got max wood, stoking that thing. You're just going at it.
I'm out here stoking my shit.
hang on. Let me send the stroking my shit RN gift.
Why?
What? It's a good
Stoking my
gift
shit.
because it's fucking bullshit. Put this on.
Oh, that one.
Yeah.
What else could
you
that
can't even
mean?
send a gif of
I
some
did-
guy like jacking off?
No, I didn't remember that it was like the like Gen Z humor one.
Okay.
Stroking my shit.
Oh
So you're
yeah.
putting
Oh
it on
no!
the
Please don't
Instagram?
Please don't send that. What?
What?
So putting that on screen, Sam.
I couldn't. I guess.
Yes, do it.
All right.
Gen Z humor. We are
Anyway,
doing.
though,
Put that one on
along
screen,
with
too.
all those, there's only one more thing that got added like immediate, like at the beginning of the season, which was the reality season, the saplings. So that I think that's one of the best ideas they've had in a long time.
Yeah, it's really cool and fun. I like weapons.
Yeah, it also kind of just like completely demolished weapon rarity as like a thing you really have to care about, because it's like you go into a game, you find somebody's tree, chances are it's like either purple or gold. You're gonna get this good shit.
Yeah, I was saying like not too long ago how it's really weird how
Yeah, like any tree you find is at the very least like blue, and you get 3 blue weapons, and that's really good.
yeah, it's like
Yeah.
really nice for a start, and it completely like remember there's still the supply drops in the game.
Yeah.
It's like those are completely like you get maybe like a purple at worst, but you'll probably get golds from it. But like
Yeah,
that doesn't
I
matter
think
because you just go up
the
to
main
someone's
appeal
gold
of
tree.
supply
Yeah.
drops. The main appeal of supply drops at this point is they give like a bunch of chug splash and healing shit. So it's
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like
They give
materials.
XP.
That too, yeah.
Oh, we got a yawner in chat.
That's
yeah.
why I feel like they're mostly relegated to vaults now.
Yeah, which vaults also.
Vaults are
Um,
insane. We can
Vaults
talk
Yep.
in this
about that a
season
bit
are
later.
even more.
Yeah,
Oh, man, it's
yeah.
just like-
There was still the only vault was the command cavern, and that they maintained the vaults from season 2, like the 7 vaults, where you could get however many people you have in your squad together all together, and you could get the vault open.
deal. Yeah.
Hidden trick I learned. I mean, it definitely doesn't apply anymore. But like, you could fucking like down one of the 7 guys in Rave Cave if you're playing solo, and just fucking drag him over to the vault.
Oh, you could.
It's
Yeah,
pretty
no,
good.
so, and you could also use like a chicken or like any other animal, because now you could ride animals. So you could ride a pig into the fucking vault and like use both of you as a person. It's pretty cool. But
Pretty good.
yeah, so reality season saplings, like that was a really, really nice idea. Like you can only plant it on grass or dirt or sand or whatever. You're not
Or,
supposed
like,
to
that
be
w-
able to place it on like
Wait.
pavement or rock or anything. But
But I
apparently
just
people have
found one
managed
last
it.
night.
Yeah, no, I've seen that a few times.
Yeah, I
and
just
it's
found one
like-
last night. There's a giant fucking tree in the middle of the road.
Yeah, it's like I don't know. Yeah, it's one of those neat things. Like it persists like a tent, but it it actually runs on like a real world clock, where it's like, what is it? The first level. So like when you first plant it, it's just a sapling. It's not gonna have anything on it. Then the next game you go to, it's gonna have uncommon stuff. But by the time you get to it, it might already have passed by uncommon, because it's so short, the window for that, and gone straight to rare. And then
Yeah.
within that same day, like within like an hour or like half an hour or something, you'll be able to upgrade that already to purple, like fucking epic shit. And then like I think it's either 24 hours or half a day. I don't remember. It upgrades to legendary, and then I think that legendary to mythic is a full day, and like mythic is thankfully only usable by you. So like if you see a tree with like one glowing fruit on it, you can't take it unless it's yours, which I think is a pretty neat idea. Like
be
just
honest,
make it so that people
I
can't
never-
steal your shit if it's like really good.
I'm gonna be honest. I never made my tree mythic if I could help it. I feel like
Yeah.
having 1 gold every game is better than here's a mythic for 1
Absolutely.
game.
Yeah.
Especially because mythics are tied. The mythics were tied to biome. And
Yeah.
I don't remember exactly what gave what, but I think that the
I
snowy
think
area
it-
gave a
okay.
DMR. I
No,
think that the
yeah, okay,
desert
Snow-
gave an
Snowy-
SMG.
Snow- Yeah, snowy was DMR, grass was hammer, which is what I had mine on
Yeah.
because I had the fish day. I think desert was DMR. and I
No,
think-
desert was
What was
SMG.
mo- Or SMG, yeah, that's what I meant.
I don't remember what the
Um,
mushroom biome was.
I think it was a 2-shot.
I think you're right.
Yeah, it was a 2-shot. Yeah, it was.
Which was cool. They kind of like all the new stuff, but there wasn't a new SMG that they could put in there. It was just
Yeah,
a
I think
a
it just gave
stinger.
a stinger.
Yeah, it did. Thankfully, because I would much rather a mythic stinger than mythic charge SMG. But we'll get to that.
Or combat SMG.
We'll get to that in a few minutes. So after all that stuff, the first big thing that was added to the game is grapple gloves. Sort of an answer to, hey, are we going to be getting that Spider-Man shit back at any point? And so now we actually do. We have an unlicensed thing that can be used in creative. It can come back later without having to like license it from Marvel. It's great. Works exactly the same. It has a little bit less ammo in it.
Yeah,
but,
probably a little more balanced in general.
Yeah, but you're not-
felt balanced.
Yeah, but you're not Spider-Man when you're using it, so I don't care.
That's
don't-
fair. That's fair.
You can still,
I don't
you're
give a
still
shit.
pretty much Spider-Man.
But it was neat that they made it so that it became like just regular loot, but like when it was relegated to just those outposts, it was still pretty good too. 'Cause
I'm
they
pretty
added
sure
all
it was
those
always
new-
regular loot.
No,
pretty
I
sure
don't
you
think
just
it was
did
at first, but they eventually were like, okay, here, you can just find it as floor looting for chests. I could be wrong on that, but I'm pretty sure that's how it went. So that was like all that was added for that. Then, once Vader came in, the E11 blasters came back. That was good. And you could get
Yeah,
Vader's
those
lightsaber.
were just there like the whole season, but like they must have like fucking nerfed them to hell immediately, right? Because
I don't think so. I think they were basically the same.
maybe it's just like nobody had them because they're usually out of the way.
Yeah, it's like they honestly were kind of outclassed by how good of rarity of other shit you could get anyway.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
So it's like, if you had one like at the beginning of the game, it was pretty damn good. But later on, it's like, when you're using that against somebody who has like a mythic hammer, maybe not all that matched. But yeah,
the funny thing about
yeah.
the Darth Vader lightsaber, I put that into my tent, so I can so you can essentially have 2 per game if you did it right. I never actually took it out. Actually, I did it once to get like I think Mr. L's quest done, like a weekly quest or something.
Yeah.
But like I didn't actually like take it out any other time. I don't think to use it. I just like completely forgot about it because I never saw a tent. But yeah, that was a funny thing I did.
But yeah, the Vader's lightsaber was neat because it had all the mechanics of the normal lightsabers. I think it did a little less damage, but it also had the added thing where you could do like a force like throw with it.
And that was really
pretty
nice.
neat. And also Darth Vader's boss fight was fucking scary because he just jump half the map to like chase after you if you tried to run away.
Yeah, he would not.
Dude, he is aggressive. I tested it. Vader will just follow you to the ends of the earth.
Yeah. He's like, my program is get that fucking guy.
Like I have never seen a bot just get on your ass that fucking frequently.
Yeah, no, and in solos he could kick your ass really bad.
Jeez.
Especially with the stormtroopers. Like the stormtroopers wouldn't hit you often, but they would hit you often enough and continuously fire at you that it was still kind of scary and worrying. Like, oh shit,
Yeah.
are these guys gonna finish me off while I'm fighting this motherfucker?
It's even funnier because if you're running and Vader chases you, he basically leaves the stormtroopers behind at that point.
Yeah.
They
And
just
the other
vanish.
thing too is like he'll use the force to like throw props at you, which was always
yeah, I
funny.
forgot about that.
And he'll use the force like not only to jump at you to chase you, he'll pull you to him.
Yep.
Yeah, and since he's using a melee weapon, he just fucking murders you at point blank.
Yeah. That's fucking crazy.
Unfortunately, once you got that lightsaber, it wasn't very good because most guns
Yeah.
in this shooting gun game can counter this melee weapon.
Yeah. It's like everything was so powerful that it's like the only thing that you could really counter with it with a shotgun. But it's like nobody's gonna be running around with only a shotgun. Or like a sniper, maybe.
Yeah.
But you know, it was cool.
Yeah, you use your melee weapon against someone who's using a sniper.
I mean, like, hey, if it blocks it, you could pull it out. But along with those, funnily enough, in the same update, they did the Ripsaw launcher.
Actually,
Those were
I had
the
a
same
pretty funny
update.
story about that. I remember some dude had the Darth Vader lightsaber, and he was running at me, and I had the Ripsaw, and I just launched like 3 at him, completely countered him because it pushed him back 3 times and killed him.
Fucking
Hard
He didn't
to
have a chance
counter.
to even get close to it.
The Ripsaws, like, they were kind of dog shit. They were, like, absolutely just a joke weapon. But, like, they were a lot of fun if you got your hands on one, like, just to fuck around with. And
Anytime
the
I
fact
picked
that they
one up, I
added,
just
like, yeah.
let him rip, destroy every building around me.
Yeah, because they dropped the mats from breaking shit, too. It's like, you know, it probably wasn't the ideal amount because they weren't hitting the weak points or whatever, because hitting weak points gives you extra. But it's like, you know, if you were strapped, you know, you could go and get them, whatever. But it was also neat that they brought Kyle back.
I just fucking fired him off and just like, oh yeah, I got mats from that.
Yeah. But it was either they
Let's
added
go
Kyle
destroy the
back
building.
for that and then made that whole, like, what's it called? Chop shop, where you could just go pick some up. They were, like, hanging up on the walls and stuff. Kyle also sold a chug cannon, which was pretty great. So if you dropped there, you
Kyle
could
is
get a
also
chug
not
cannon.
skin.
Yeah, he's still not in Battle Royale for some reason. Penny is. But, yeah, and what was I gonna say? Oh, yeah. With the Ripsaw, I don't remember, because it isn't in Battle Royale anymore, so I can't really test this. But I made, like, an item test map in Creative so that I can, like, try stuff out, maybe see what stuff does more damage if I'm curious about it, whatever. Check out, like, I also, like, put some stuff down to, like, test wraps and whatever, see a look. But one of the things that I wanted to try out was the Ripsaw launcher, like, see exactly how much damage it could do. So I lined up a bunch of, like, dummies. And if you shoot in that map, I don't know if this is how it works in game, if you shoot like, saw down the middle, so, like, say there's one guy and then 2 guys, like, 5 feet away from him. You shoot the saw down the middle at the middle guy, and the sparks flying off of the saw will also damage the 2 guys next to him, and they'll all be pushed back, like, continuously by the saw if they're not moving. It's really weird, because I never felt like I noticed that. It always felt like if I shot a saw, if it didn't hit the guy dead on, it wasn't going to do damage. But for whatever reason, when I do it in this test map, all of the sparks flying off seem to have hurt boxes. So I don't remember that being a thing. It's like, I don't know if that was like a change they made or what the hell was up, but it was neat regardless, I guess.
Yeah, they made a change after they removed them.
Yeah. Or no, I tested that before the season ended.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know what the hell was up with it. I didn't bother to test it in Battle Royale, which I should have, but whatever.
Oh yeah, there was the 1 week where they're like, "Oh yeah, we're making Ripsaws regular loot for this week only," but they were so obsolete. Otherwise, they just kept them like that.
Yeah, that was funny. Forgot about that. The next thing got added though was the firework flare gun. Works exactly the same as normal flare gun, but looks cooler. And for whatever reason, it was only in the game for a month.
Whoops. Well, they brought it back for the birthday, which was like a week.
Not even. It was like 4 days.
Whoopsies.
After that, though, they brought back the Portafort, which is neat.
Awesome.
They vaulted the combat SMG, and that was to
I'm-
make way for everyone's favorite, the Charge SMG.
Give it up. Give it up for the
Give it up.
Charge
Standing
SMG.
ovation for the fucking
Charge SMG.
round of
It's hardcore Minecraft.
it's hardcore SMG.
Just SMG
But yeah,
fun.
round of applause for the panic attack.
Yeah.
Panic attack.
Panic attack in Fortnite.
I liked the Charge SMG, but I would never take it over a Stinger.
I liked the Charge SMG for like 2 games.
I tried to use the Charge SMG one time and I got killed immediately because I had to fucking like charge it up first and it didn't feel real. Didn't feel real. Didn't feel right.
It's a fake gun.
This weapon's unreal.
This weapon is
One of the-
completely fake.
One of the only times I found it useful was really just like destroying someone's wall if they're constantly building against me.
Yeah.
And because you can sneak some damage in there as well. And then like sometimes early game it was kind of useful, but like that's not much.
Yeah.
And by the time like if I was in a place where someone's building against me, I wouldn't have it. So
Yeah.
I thought it was fun.
It was obviously very divisive, and it kind of sucked ass, like objectively, to begin with,
Mhm.
because it had
Like
really,
unlike
really
this does
bad
not work in a
recoil.
third-person shooter.
Well, no,
Yeah,
it
recoil,
wasn't even
charge
just
shit.
that. It was that it would just like have insane recoil. So like you'd
Yeah.
line up your shot, and then it's like, oh wait, my fucking aim just went like 30 feet up. Oh fuck. It's like all like fucking 5 million of the shots I loaded into this thing are now just like in the stratosphere.
Whoopsies.
But then eventually, like way too late into the season, they changed and removed basically all recoil. And was there another change? I completely forget.
I don't know.
Couldn't tell you. Never used it.
I feel like it had something to do with it charging, but I don't remember.
Maybe a
Regardless,
charge speed increase.
maybe. But regardless of what it was too
Regardless,
little,
it's gone now.
too little,
This
too
is
late,
it.
and now it isn't even in the game. So, oh
They
well.
tried.
Yeah, it was an admirable attempt, I guess, at making
Maybe
something
next
new.
season. Next season we'll get a
Next season,
charge
they add the
SMG
panic
and
attack.
charge shotgun as the only shotguns and SMGs in
Oh
the game.
god.
Could you imagine that?
I think people like the charge shotgun at least.
I think the charge
think-
shotgun's not bad.
It was in that one fucking gun game mode, and I could not use it.
Yeah. Yeah. But after that, though, we got a classic back. We got the combat AR, one of my favorite guns in the game. I could,
Ooh,
by the end of the season, I was basically 50-50 on hammer and combat. Like, I could take either of them. I basically,
I
like,
kind of felt the same, yeah.
like I was like singing the praise of the fucking bursts by the end of fucking season 2. Like I was like, oh, this is the best gun in the game. I fucking love this thing. I used that shit like fucking twice in season 3. I used that
no,
when I didn't have anything else. If I found a hammer, like if at a certain point, if I found a hammer or a combat, that shit was going in the trash.
Yeah, me being like a fucking like controller player. Anytime I found one, I was like, okay, I literally cannot use this fucking weapon. Hey Sam, do you want it? And then, nah, I'm good. I don't want it.
It's like, I
Now
don't know,
it's
maybe I
gone.
was being a little too harsh on the burst they are, but like I feel like those two outclassed it. They just felt so much better than me.
They really did
Either way, they're
outclass it.
both gone.
Combat was fantastic.
Yeah.
I think by the end of the season I was really liking it. And then
It was-
they got rid of it.
It was very
Combat
nice.
was very good.
It's feeling good.
Feeling great. And after that, we got another brand new weapon, the Prime Shotgun.
Oh
Uh,
yeah, that one just
I-
dropped out of nowhere.
Yeah, by the end of the season, my go-to shotguns, like along with combat and
Yeah,
hammer, my go-to shotguns were either a prime or a two-shot. Because the prime, its whole gimmick is that the first shot loaded into the 4-shot clip is extra damage. And
I pretty much
really
like
nice.
day by day decided just like, okay, am I going with pumper? Or am I going with prime?
Yeah.
Because I still never was too huge on the 2-shot. Like, I don't know. I guess it was good. I'd pick it up if I had nothing else. But
Yeah, me too.
I was usually more for the 2-shot prime, but then I started going more towards the 2-shot. I think the prime was a little bit inconsistent for me.
Yeah.
But the 2-shot just always felt nice.
Yeah, it got to the situation where it was just like if I had like if I had a blue of one of them and I found a purple of the other, I'd just take the purple because I liked both of them that much.
Understandably,
I was like, sure, I'll give this up for one of these.
Yeah, yep.
I'm a prime Anderson.
Prime Anderson.
yeah, Sam, you mentioned you had someone at work who was like, "Yeah, what the fuck is up with the prime shotgun?"
Oh yeah, one of the dudes I work with, he and I, he used to help me like fucking put our order away in the basement there. And so one of the days that we were doing that, like he played too. He's like, we were talking about the new shit in the season, and I was like, oh, did you see that? Like all that new shit, whatever. He just goes, yeah, what the fuck's with that prime shotgun? He's like, I can't figure that shit out. It seems like it's just worse because it's got like no shots in it. And I was like, oh, I was like, oh, you know how it's got like that red light on? He was like, yeah. And I was like, that's the first shot in the clip. So if you reload and you have all 4 shots, and the first shot of the clip is gonna do like, I don't know, like 150% damage or something. Just threw something out there because I have no idea what the actual percentage is. It's significant. I know that much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he was like, "Oh fuck, really?" He's like, "I was using that shit like a moron." And I was like, "Yeah, no, it's pretty fun." But it was just weird because like I never talk about games or anything with anybody outside of like immediate friends and whatever. So it's like people like talking to me about that stuff at work is like kind of foreign.
It's hard being a gamer.
I know, right? It's a rough life.
It's a hard knock life for
gamers.
But in the same update that the Prime Shotgun was added, they also added unvaulted normal ice cream and added 4 flavors. They added spicy, spicy, icy, fucking guzzle juice, and Lil Whip's like special soft serve thing. So like the spicy one gave you like a I think that like chili peppers gave you like a minute of extra speed. I think that the ice cream only gave you like 30 seconds. The icy ones just like did the like icy feet effect that like the chiller grenades do. I don't really know why those were in the game because I feel like doing that to yourself consumable is kind of a stupid idea.
Yeah.
Sometimes you could use it to get away from stuff.
Because they also like blew you away and gave you momentum.
Yeah, it's like the only time that I would ever want to use the icy one is like if I don't know, you're on the top of a mountain and you're trying to get away from somebody. I guess that could help.
You're on the top of the mountain. You want to go fucking skiing.
Yeah. The guzzle one was absolutely the best. It was insanely overpowered. You could carry like fucking 8 of them at the same time, and each of them was a full heal.
Literally guzzle juice, but without the drinking time.
Yeah, and being able to stack 4 times as many, because you could only stack 2 guzzle juice at a time. You could stack 8 of these, and they did the exact same thing.
No, I'm pretty sure you could only have 4. I feel like it wasn't 8.
It was more than 4. I'm pretty sure. It was like a weirdly high amount. Maybe 6. I don't know. It was higher than 4, lower than 8, whatever. There was too many. You were able to hold too many of them, okay?
The point was it was a lot more than 2.
But yeah, so those were fun. And then very rarely, because like if you just stood over by Lil Whip, he'd just throw ice cream at you infinitely. And very rarely he'd throw a mythic at you, which was like a slurp thing. And that Lil Whip's special serve. And it just fully healed health and shield. like regardless of what you were at, in like half a second. Yeah, is
Yo,
pretty damn good.
Jug.
Never gonna get it,
zone.
but
Yeah, it was like
you
a
get it.
second long chug jug.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
It's really rare. Like you do not get it regularly. You'd have to stand around him for a while to get.
Oh
it
yeah,
once.
it was very rare.
I stood
think-
around
I
him.
think
This time I stood around him for a very long time. I still didn't get it.
Yeah,
Never
no, I
done
think
it,
I
yeah.
only saw that shit twice in the wild. Like I think I saw
think
I saw Anthony get one time, and I think like
Yeah.
Seth might have gotten one time or
That was
something.
the first
I
time
don't
we
remember.
found it and saw what it did. And I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, I'm only at 100 health. I'm just gonna eat this, see what it does. Well, I'm at full shield.
Yeah. With that update though, with all of that stuff, they also had added 0 point fish back, which was neat. Added more fish in. Hadn't seen those in a while. The teleport thing was fun. It was kind of useful. I didn't end up using it that much then, as opposed to like when they were first introduced in like Chapter 2, Season 5. Because it's like, when they were still new, you could kind of like do the fucking like teleports behind you and just like show up next to somebody.
Yeah.
I think for the most part, I used it to just disorient my opponent. Like if I saw one on the ground, I saw someone shooting nearby, just like eat it real quick and then go towards it.
Yeah. It was also good just for getting around because it's like you could go fast and not have to sprint. It was pretty good.
I
and
haven't used them.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
it's kind of jumping ahead, but you could use it with the Kamehameha while you were charging it.
Really? I didn't know. Oh wait, yeah, no, I did see that.
Yeah,
I never
did
did
it
it,
for myself, but I
yeah,
definitely
no.
saw clips of it.
It was fun shit. But the other big thing that got added that update was we finally got our retribution. Boogie bombs came back.
Yep.
Long time.
Like for the rest of
Oh!
the season.
Yeah, now
I
we can
think
warn
they're
it.
going away soon.
Oh yeah, no, they're going away. They're as far as from what we understand, it's going away in 2 days. They're gone
As
in
of
2
this
days.
I know.
recording.
Sooner. I was about to say I think they're going away in like 7 minutes.
No, they're gone. They're gone on the Tuesday update, which sucks. But oh well, we had our run with them, I guess.
Heads up.
Yeah, or they didn't. I'm pretty sure it's just leakers noticed that they're like going to be removed from the game.
No. It was like a status thing. It wasn't like
Was
the
it?
official
Oh.
Fortnite account.
Oh, it was. Yeah, you're right. Because it was just them going like, "Get your dances in. Get your last dances in."
Oh well. Glad we were able to have our time with them though. That was
I
nice.
don't know why I don't know why they gave us the 2 weeks or whatever.
No clue.
2 weeks notice.
Maybe it's our 2 weeks.
I'm giving my 2 weeks, dude.
I mean, I guess maybe they forgot. Maybe they forgot when the season started, and they're like, fuck.
Oh fuck, we left those in. Let them have their fun.
They're having too much fun. Remove it.
Dang.
No more fun. Get rid of it.
Have your insta kill shotguns, insta kill snipers, and boogie bombs are gone. Fuck you, die.
Yeah,
So what's next?
After all that junk got added, emphasis on junk, we got junk riffs back.
Peak.
Pretty cool.
Dropping the
I've never been able to get them to work.
There was
Really?
one time I got like
I've never been in a good situation where I've had them and had a good situation to use them.
around the time they were added, I got like a super fucking clutch kill where some guy like just built himself in and I threw one at him and killed him.
I had
That's
the
when they
same
were the
thing
best.
happen.
Like you see
Yeah.
boxes themselves in, you just toss some shit at them.
Beyond that, though, anytime I found one, I would just throw them immediately and pick up the materials and ammo that
Yeah.
came
It's
out of
Yeah.
it.
Because they spawn materials no matter what it hit.
Yeah.
Like if it even hit nothing, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
no,
ammo. So it'd just be like
Yeah.
instant resources.
Yeah, it's like it drops out of a rift and it destroys anything in its way. So I thought, yeah, just use a fucking drop.
Yeah. And along with those, they also unvaulted crash pads, which was fun. Crash pads are neat.
They're pretty cool.
They're cool.
I hadn't been in the game since
Like-
season 3, chapter 2, season 3. I don't think they might not have even been in
Really?
that season. I know for sure they were in chapter 2, season 2, but I don't remember if they were in 3. I don't think there were anything after that either.
I mean, it would have made sense if they were in 3, from what I know about it.
Yeah, it was like all water, everything. Then the Wild Week stuff started. The first Wild Week was impulse grenades and UFOs. So that was like a fun.
No, Sam. That
Oh, wait,
wasn't
no,
a wild week.
that was a weekend.
That was
wasn't
a
it?
wild weekend. They did not want to let you have that
I
shit.
forgot about that. That was only like 2 days.
Yeah, play around with the fucking UFOs again for a weekend.
Yeah. That's fun while it lasted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Play the Dr. Eggman fucking video, because you could just pick up the runaway Indiana Jones boulders.
Oh yeah. If you send it, I'll put it on.
I'll find it.
But then after that, the really big thing for the season happened. The whole Dragon Ball collab. They added Kamehamehas, Nimbus Cloud, capsules launching onto the map like constantly, and versus boards got added, which were a neat divergence from the bounty boards, because it was just like, here you can have a fucking Dragon Ball 1v1 where both of you have the exact location of the other person, go hunt each other down and fight.
Yeah,
it's pretty cool.
It doesn't even give you a random person. Like, you go to the board, you wait for somebody else to accept the challenge.
And I think that I'm pretty sure that if nobody accepted it, it'd just give you a bot. Like, if it took too long, it'd just be like, okay, here's a bot, whatever.
It's just...
But apparently, along with that, because I do have like all the events written out, and we can just talk about that separately, like after this, maybe after we come back. And because like along with the Dragon Ball stuff, apparently in that same update was also when they added Lazy Lagoon, so technically they also unvaulted pirate cannons.
Oh yeah.
Along with all the Dragon Ball stuff. So after that, the Wild Week started, and it seems like there was only 2 of them, because it was that late into the season. There was the suppressed AR and SMG, along with shadow bombs and shield bubbles. That was one week. Yeah. That was neat.
And now the suppressed SMG is just a normal gun in the game.
Yeah, and it was nice having like a normal AR in the game, even though it was the suppressed, so it's like slightly different stats, but like it was still cool to have.
Like it's weaker, but
Yep.
And then there was the Fire Week, which was the last one before Bargain Bin, where we got the Dragon
Fire Week.
Yeah, the Dragon's Breath shotgun hadn't been in since Chapter 2, Season 5, I don't think.
Fire.
And then the
they
flame
made like
bow
a
was back
promotional
too.
video for that week, didn't they?
Probably.
I remember that. Yeah, or fucking burning out all the mushroom shit.
Yeah.
I wish I had played more that week, because fire is fun. I'm the fire guy. I carry fireflies.
I remember playing a lot of that week, actually.
Yeah.
Throw them at inopportune moments.
So
I remember specifically the grapple. I used a grapple glove and the Dragon's Breath shotgun, and I would just go around, like I'd just be flying around at the grapple, and then I see someone, I'm like, oh, land on top of them and insta kill.
The Dragon's Breath shotgun was cool, but also it's a shotgun that sets shit on fire like right in front of you.
Yeah.
So, you gotta be careful.
Anyways,
guys,
I tried
that.
I tried that once and then never used it again. Because it completely fucking failed me.
Okay, so I was gonna do a bit where there was like live shop review, but there's fucking nothing here. They didn't add any new Halloween shit. This sucks. Moving on.
Well, anyway, I was just going to, before we do our break, because we usually do it after the mechanic stuff, we can just run through all the events that happened real quick.
Yeah.
So the first of which was they did a second batch of Nindo quests, like the Naruto stuff, because they added like another Naruto team of characters. It was Gaara, Itachi, Orochimaru, and Hinata. And so each of them had like, a path thing. And if you did it, you got their like snake glider, which is pretty cool. And it was wasn't it like initially it was like very specific modes you had to do?
You had to do like each of them was in like one game mode.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, okay, this one's in solos, this one's in duos, this one's in trios, this one's in squads.
Yeah, and then by the end of it, enough people had complained. They're like, okay,
Yeah.
do
No,
it in
it
whatever.
wasn't even by the end. It wasn't even by the end. It was after like a day.
Yeah.
They realized, oh fuck, we did this wrong.
But so I have images of all these ones saved up so that we can go through what all they were.
Okay.
So the Path of Itachi was every 5 top 6 finishes was 1 badge. Kind of ridiculous. Luckily, this went on for a few weeks.
Yeah.
Path of Gara was every 24 storm circles survived was 1 badge. The Path of Hinata was every 20 fish caught. Then Path of Orochimaru was every 18 eliminations. So it's like some of those were a little bit fucking ridiculous, especially limiting them to only 1 game mode.
Exactly.
Back in time VOD's up.
Like fucking ridiculous. Oh yeah, it is. Then so that was basically all that was. I don't think any of us have watched Naruto before, so that wasn't really much for us. But after that, we got the Fall Guys Crown Clash because now Epic Games owns Fall Guys, and so they decided to do a collaboration event where if you played matches of Fall Guys, like you just had to play 100 rounds. So it was literally just like there's like
100
like
mini
5.
games. Like, saying 100 rounds makes it sound a lot harder. It's like each individual game is a round, so you can get like
so it was
4.
like you get like 4 games per show, and it was like that was like 5 tier 100. And so for whatever reason, the reward for Fortnite locked behind it was Major Man Cake, a reskin of Man Cake for the shop, which thankfully now everybody can get Man Cake. He's locked behind a pass. It isn't as cool as the cowboy one, but it's still really good.
Yeah, it's like you still get Man Cake.
Pancakes is cool.
They made a real fucking weird decision with like the butter just melting and then not coming back.
The butter just like progressively melts like pretty quickly, and then it's just gone. So it's like an entire element of his design that's pretty neat is just gone for most of the match. I don't know why they did that.
Why would they do that?
Like I understand why on paper, but it doesn't look good.
Yeah, he's bald now. He doesn't have the cowboy hat, so
yeah. Or well, the cowboy hat was actually only on one style for the cake with no name, which is the one I like using, because that also gives him the mustache. Every other one he doesn't have a hat on. But then after that, preemptively, like before the actual summer event, we got the Island Hopper quests, which were just like a few like hand-picked like creative games or whatever, and they gave us like Rainbow Raven shit. So like the skin Raven, like the dude with the hood with the glowing eyes. There is no Rainbow Raven skin, but we now have like a full set of items if there ever is one. I don't know why, but the wrap is really cool. I really like the wrap. After those, No Sweat Summer happened. That was a lot of fun. I thought No Sweat Summer was really good.
No Sweat's good.
Didn't add the loading screen ever.
Yeah.
Sign screen. Oh yeah, the loading screen looked cool.
It's in the files.
But the sign spin was really good.
Yeah, sign spin's funny. All the rewards were great. And like alongside that, they also were doing the rebuild the block at the same time. And I have screenshots.
I really like the fucking back bling for the No Sweat.
Oh yeah,
shit, but like, why did they lock the cuddle team style to crew? I just don't have that, and it just goes locked anytime I use it.
Yeah.
Thanks, Fortnite.
Really awesome. But so
yeah,
so what they did though was they have the damn it. I don't remember what order these were in exactly, but so the rebuild the block thing was there was this thing called the block back in chapter 1 where they were saying like, oh, it's going to evolve, it's going to stick around for all of Fortnite, and then they never did anything with it and it went away very quickly. So they brought it back, the block 2.0, and so the first thing that they did with it was they gave people a set of assets from Tilted Towers and were like, here, build 3 buildings for Tilted, and we'll have the community pick on the best ones. So 3 were picked for each of the 3 plots of land that got destroyed in the war. So there was an apartment block, a pizza restaurant, and like some shops, just a shop building. And so I don't know. Fuck, I forgot to look at what the winners were, but the apartments were by Ashuri, Destructo, and Charlie Brown. I think Charlie Brown's won. For the pizza
Awesome.
restaurant, there was Ninja DJ, X Dark, and Ben Mac. I'm pretty sure that Ben Mac's won. And for the shops, there was Mrs. True Legend, Just a Frog, and Oricent. And I honestly have no clue which of these won. I'll put it on screen. I'll do it. I'll do it
afterwards.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So
It was cool.
yeah,
I
it
never
was neat.
really noticed them when they were brought back though, and now in this season there's like other shit happening at Tilted.
Well, I mean, the buildings are all still there because, like, before it was just
Yeah.
rubble and construction equipment. So it's
Yeah.
like, the Tilted is now fully rebuilt. So it's like, it kind of makes sense. You wouldn't know
Yeah,
this.
it was a really cool and fun idea, but like also like buildings, like individual buildings in Fortnite are not a huge deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
like
cool
the-
for
you
those
got-
people, though, that they got their own shit just in the game,
Yeah,
which is
Mm.
pretty
Oh.
damn
I
cool.
was like, it's a cool thing for them to do, but like it doesn't affect the average player that much. Like
Yeah.
it's not a huge deal.
Just a neat way to integrate the community into, like, evolving the map, I guess.
They should have done that for that one fucking house near it that
Oh,
was
yeah.
under construction the entire season.
It's built now.
Yeah, but they could have had someone else build it.
But so after that, we had the Dragon Ball event, which, they had the whole gameplay, like, added in all the items, really crazy. But they also had, like, something kind of unprecedented. Like, they've never done this for anything else before. They just straight up had a new tab that was like a second mini battle pass that was free,
Yeah.
Oh
where
yeah.
you could collect 7 Dragon Balls by doing quests. Like, you had to do like 3 quests of a few different like types, and like each day they would unlock a new one. If you collected all 7 Dragon Balls, you got a Shenron glider, and by doing the quests, you could get power level, which was basically just XP essentially for the
Yeah.
specific pass. So like, you get some emotes, you get back bling, you could get XP. Like, every other level was XP. Spray, emoticons, stuff like that. All pretty cool. I think that all of the stuff was integrated pretty damn well. The background in the lobby even was just of Kame House, which was funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What'd you guys think of the whole event?
I liked it.
I liked it.
Pretty good.
The meet of it happened while Mira was in my house.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, remember the
That
tournament
is
of power, Sam?
Yeah.
That's yeah.
What did you say?
Tournament. I said, remember the tournament of power.
Oh, right, the Tournament of Power, where we were
Yeah.
Carnage and Venom. We were just trying
Yeah.
to get the fucking, like, angry Vegeta emote and the fucking
Yeah.
Beerus spray, because it was funny.
And
glad
we
that I
did
have
end up
the-
doing it, apparently.
Yeah,
I thought we didn't.
yeah,
Me
I
and
didn't
Mira
either.
went bowling that night.
Yeah, and we managed to get all 3 rewards. The one that was definitely the coolest, though, was just that you get a banner icon that's like Goku's like logo on his gi, which is pretty cool. I like using that for Dragon Ball skins. But yeah, that was basically all of the Dragon Ball event. Like, they just kind of left the Kamehameha and the Nimbus Cloud just in the game for the rest of the season, because it was only like 3 weeks. Like, after
Yeah.
there's only 3
They-
weeks left in the season after the event ended. So
They said they were gonna make the capsules spawn less, but I never fucking noticed.
yeah, no, if anything, they made him spawn more. They're fucking everywhere. There was even a point where I was just like, I don't even want a Kamehameha, man. I just want the Nimbus. Get me out of this place.
Yeah.
I was kind of the opposite. I liked using the Kamehameha a lot because it fucking killed.
I got some pretty consistent kills with the Kamehameha.
Yeah.
So something that got me one time is like, I don't think a Kamehameha could just break down a reinforced wall. So like, there was this dude in a box. It was like top 5 or something. He boxed himself in fully with reinforced walls. And I was like, trying to get in. And I hear the Kamehameha thing. I'm like, oh, fucking whatever. The hitbox of that goes through walls, apparently. So he, inside the box, completely fucking killed me from the inside without having to go outside of it at all. So that
Oh
was funny.
my.
Does it even like damage the walls?
Yeah, it does.
Okay, but it doesn't. It goes through them regardless of if they're broken or not.
No, like the hitbox of the explosion from the impact of the
Oh,
beam
okay.
is like a circle, and it can pass through walls. So if you're
Oh,
behind a wall that the beam is hitting and it hasn't broken yet, you're still going to be damaged, even
Okay.
before the beam comes through. If you're right up against the wall, if you're backed up, it won't hit you unless it goes through. So it makes sense.
I hope they do the scale for the Family Guy collab, which
Oh
I've
yeah,
been,
absolutely.
So
I'm just wondering, like, what exactly they're gonna go all this all out for again? Because it's like they've never
Yeah.
done, like, they've done like full conversion things like for Star Wars and stuff, but they've never gone so far as to make a second
Yeah.
pass.
They made a fucking weekly that you was just like, yeah, use the Kamehameha.
Yeah, like later in the season, it's like, hey, they're still here. Let's give them some weeklies with them. Pretty cool.
They should go all out when they add Breaking Bad into the game.
People are saying they're gonna add Doomslayer for Halloween. I hope so, but they should make a Doom pass.
That'd be great. I'd like that.
But yeah, so in the 3 weeks of the end of the season after Dragon Ball died down, it was like, wrapping up the season, they started their Rainbow Royale thing, which is essentially Fortnite's Pride Month. I don't know why they do it at the end of September rather than
because
June.
it's not no, it's not Pride Month. No,
it's not Pride Month. You're right.
It's just rainbows. It's just rainbows.
Yeah, we're big fans of rainbows,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like they gave us free rewards again, including the fantastic emote The Dip, which we're still confused as to why it's Icon series.
But you can fall down and cut it off. So.
It is fucking hilarious, so who cares? And they also had Play Your Way quests, which gave some pretty neat rewards. They were just creative maps and stuff.
Yeah.
Gave some pretty good stuff.
And
one of the big selling points of this...
The 4 loading screens, like they added in the... No, let me speak. The
There's
4 loading screens... Well, no, okay, there's only 2 in that event, but there was 4 in total they added during the No Sweat update, and we've been like gradually getting them. We only now have all of them because of the fucking Discord quests.
Yeah.
One's in this pass.
Yeah, just the like mascot characters, like kind of layered, tiled, and like them in the middle, cartoony.
Mad there isn't a fish stick one. Why'd they make fucking guaco instead?
I don't know. Because I don't think they made like a Durburger or like fucking tomato head one.
Yeah, like not even tomato head or Durburger. Just got guaco.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't do guaco enough.
But one of the other things that was added in this, like there was the Maisie skin, which I think was really good. But they also added Dreamer, a DC character that is relatively new. Apparently she's from the Supergirl fucking CW show. I've never watched any of them. It's part of like the Arrowverse shit. She's new. She's apparently got popular enough that she has her own comics now. And she is the first actually like trans character that they've ever added to this game.
She is most boring canonical trans rep ever.
Her suit isn't really the best. I've warmed up to it. I like it well enough, but it's like, it could have been something else neater. But the funny thing with it is that because Epic is such like a corporation, there is absolutely no reference to this fact on any of their official media. Like, they'll even talk about the actress and never once mention, oh yeah, the actress is transgender. That's why we have her like here for our Pride event.
This is not a Pride event. She's not unrelated. She's just here because do DC skin, guys.
Yeah, and she was there for like 3 weeks for some reason. Like way
just
after
in the daily section.
In the daily tab. In the daily section of the shop.
She's just literally there.
When the new season arrives, still in the daily section.
Fucking weird. I wonder if it was some weird licensing deal where they're like, you have to have this in here for like 4 weeks. You realize that, right?
Guys, the last laugh bundle is leaving the shop soon.
No.
They should have Dreamer to the last laugh bundle.
They should bring the last laugh back.
They should. You can still buy it
bring
physical.
it back for another 2 years.
I am not joking. I want it back.
You can buy it physical.
Yeah. You can
Anyways,
also buy
hurry this up. I gotta piss again.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Hey, you can also stream the Last Laugh bundle on Twitch.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, you can. That's what I
anytime
like
we
to do.
stream Fortnite, we stream the Last Laugh one.
That's how you do it.
It's the only way to live. But yeah, so that's all the events. I think that's good enough for right now. I need to take a piss really badly.
Me too.
I
So
need a
we'll take a
piss.
quick break. But
Yeah, I'll give it a
while we're
drink.
taking the break, I'm
Alright.
going to throw it over to our good friends over at
Live in the
Florpzton.
studio.
Live in the studio. For real. Florpzton News Live, established 2022. Please enjoy.
Hello, welcome back to Florpzton News Live. It is I, your host, Florpzlamir Florpzton III, Attorney at Law, Esquire, MD. Now, today we're doing a special thing for a podcast. We're talking about Fortnite here. Fortnite, that's going into like Chapter 3, Season 3, Chapter 3, 4 or something now. So that's cool. So let me show you what I got here. My main loadout, I use the Chimera, the alien thing from a while ago. Yeah, it made it look like Disco Broccoli. I have the Bendy Inflator back bling. That's the little wacky flailing arm, flailing tube man. I've got the Icebreaker. That's pretty cool. And I got the Edgar, but it's like the blue stuff one, the Slurp, whatever. And the Cereal Spiller is what I use for the control. That's just what it's called. But I never knew what actually they called that. And then I got some emotes, Never Gonna, the Rick Dance, Glitter, new personal favorite of mine. Well, not favorite, but it's cool. The Macarena, Gangnam Style, and Rushing Around. I won't go through all my raps, but got some cool ones there. My banner is Rick Sanchez by May Green, because, the whole pickle thing. The music I have on is Flake This, which is the Fabio song thing, but the instrumental version of it. And speaking of Fabio, I have the Crunch Brunch as my loading screen, but it's that's like the one with the 3 Fabio stand there, which is odd because I'm not like a big fan of Fabio or anything, but I just happen to like both of those. But actually, speaking about him, my most recent preset is him, and it's him, it's just him, and the idea is that I wanted to make it seem like he was this old cereal mascot that, like, is no longer shown, and he's just desperately trying to get his career back under any means necessary, and he's always talking about, like, friendship, be loved. He doesn't actually believe in any of it, and he's perfectly fine with like killing anyone he has to like just get his career going again. Was my whole idea of what I was doing with him there. Other than that, not much going on. Unfortunately, I think Darth Vader is somewhere there. His eyes are a bit off, but yeah. So for anyone that's just watching in the podcast and not just on my live show, Florpzton News Live is a live news show where basically you call in and we'll let you tell your story. When other like big name news things might not. What else can I talk about Fortnite? Talk about some things I'd like to see in it. Like I would really like to see Stan in Fortnite. Stan, the song by Eminem in the music video. Stan is played by Devin Sowa, I think's his last name. And so like it's cool. I've actually been listening to Stan a lot lately. I really like Stan. Like he just seems like he's not cool, but he's cool in the same way like Biff Tannen's cool or something. But I think he'd be cool there. You know, the other day I was looking up Stan to see like photos of the guy, and there's like some things with Pete Davidson apparently like dress up for an SNL thing, something stupid like that. I don't know. I don't like the guy. He looks like a rat. Not Devin. So yeah, I'm not. I take that back. I'm not gonna say Pete Davidson looks like a rat. That's a bit mean. But yeah, no, it'd be cool to see him there. You know, I just really like the song as well. But just it'd be cool to see Stan himself there. Yeah, y'all know Stan by Eminem. Like a dear Slim. I wrote, but you ain't been calling. Guess what I just did? Had sex. Undress all the boobies and the rest. However it goes, something like that. But it's pretty cool. Norm would be cool to see in here. Yeah, I know he like only died like a few years ago, which some people might find disrespectful, but he'd find it funny. You know, I'm a big fan of Norm Macdonald Live as well, which is a very different show from mine. They don't really do news. Well, they do a bit, but it's mostly his joke. But other than that, you know, I just big fan. Fortnite Eevee is pretty cool. Got some cool music. You know, I like Sunny Song a lot. I'd use that as like the music I have instead of the Fabio one, but it's loud. I have to like put the volume down like a whole 2 things usually when I have it on. It's just loud, but it's cool. Yeah, I'm just big fan. I like Peely, Jonesy, and yeah, big fan of Raven. Yeah, I like getting her. Speaking of Raven, Starfire's in the shop right now. That's cool. And yeah.
So, Mary, you like let Florps know like what we were talking about this podcast, right?
Yeah.
You like pass that info along.
Yeah, I did. Don't worry.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Okay. All right. It should be fine.
Anyways, I've had this
It's
image like ready to send the entire break.
Why? Why that specifically?
I don't know. Why not?
Thanks, I guess. Anyway, let's talk about the battle. We do not care. Let's talk about the battle pass.
We don't care.
Mid
Podcast over.
pass.
Yeah.
I mean, kinda.
Which one?
See,
Oh wait,
Season 3.
I liked Eevee and I liked Snap, and then I didn't give a shit.
let me actually look at the.
I kind of liked Malik, and then I didn't give a shit after that.
Okay, let me
nothing
see,
else
yeah.
interesting in the
So-
past.
Well, we can go through them too. Like
I do
Pass
not
is
like Star
goated because of
Wars.
Snap. Snap is one of my all-time favorites.
Okay,
Yeah. It's like,
I think
Joel, this is a great pass for you.
I think this.
Yeah,
I think
Snap-
this
Oh
is
yeah,
a
Darth
peak pass.
Vader and Indiana Jones as well.
Yeah,
He's
And
better.
New Women.
I think this is a peak pass. Honestly,
like 3?
I think it was peak.
Season
Yeah,
3? Really?
yeah, it was very good.
Season 3,
Alright.
pretty nice.
Vader and Indiana Jones alone make it really fucking good. They're both really, really good characters.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's go one by one through them. Let's see what we gotta say. So,
Oh.
first off, the level 1 skin was Eevee, who was
Yeah.
the-
Best skin
what
in the
my
pack.
favorite. Like her and Snap were definitely my favorites out of this.
Yeah.
Is she-
I feel like we're all in agreement that like Eevee and Snap are the
pretty
good.
hang on, Seth, do you have a different opinion?
They're like the best original things.
Seth,
Yeah,
you're the different
they're good.
opinion guy.
They're
Right.
good. They're good.
Alright,
I'm.
alright.
I can't be contrarian today. That's that's not happening.
Yeah, I like Eevee's really great because it's like she's really simple. Like her design is basically just like black and white with red and blue, and it's like that is the most basic shit you could possibly do for a color palette. But they did it really well, and like both of her outfits are pretty great. And I do really like how like different they are because like completely separate outfits. Like nothing's really shared between them.
About halfway through the season, they hit her in the chest with a hammer.
You are on this.
Yeah, I didn't even think I didn't think for a second that was gonna come up. I completely forgot about it already.
You're
It
fucking
just
ready.
looks so awkward.
I mean, it
How
looks
is-
fine now.
Yeah, no, it looks fine now. But
But like
the
there
first
was a
time they
point
did-
because like for whatever reason, her normal style with like the crop top.
So that was confirmed. It's just like a thing. Like,
Oh yeah,
that-
yeah. No, that was like you could look you could look in your locker and you could see that like for whatever reason her boobs were just bigger in the dress one for some reason.
Mhm.
And so they changed it so that they were both the same, but they made it so that her chest looked concave, and that was like for a few
Yeah.
days.
Listen,
And
they
then-
went back.
And then like they reverted it back, and then by the end of the season, like very late into it, they changed it so that the two of them were consistent. Now I think they're fine. So it's like really weird that was a thing that like got changed so much. It's like you wouldn't think that would even like matter, but a lot of people were talking about it.
And what a lot of people weren't talking about is Arissa and I'm not doing
Yeah,
that.
okay. Yeah, you already did that joke. You already spent that one.
That's the joke.
But that's all I gotta say about Evie. I mean, like we all like her.
Mhm,
Yeah.
mhm.
Eevee cool.
Yeah, yeah.
Little, you know what? I was gonna say a little bit of a tangent here. That first time you said, "Oh yeah, she was very," there was like a little brain worm in my fucking like head. That as you said that, I was immediately thinking it was just gonna be like, "Yeah, she's really fucking hot."
That's not what I would say.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
that's
you
what
would.
you
I'm not the one here that would say that.
But you know,
So-
Seth,
and
you are
that's what-
playing your character pretty well, so
That's
What-
what anyone else in the call would say.
What, my character being horny? What?
yeah. I wrote that one in there.
What?
Cool. Write a different one.
I wrote you.
Next
You're
skin.
behind all of this?
Next skin.
Oh,
Nice reference. Nice reference, asshole.
Anthony's
What?
actually the writer's self-insert for the series.
Yeah.
What was I referencing?
Oh, you weren't referencing anything?
No.
What do you
Oh, I
think
thought you were referencing the fucking like Silent Hill dog ending.
Oh,
you're-
no, I should have.
I thought that was what you're referencing because I was like exactly like word for word. It's like, oh, you're behind this, and it's the dog.
Mm.
I should have.
Yeah, but-
no.
But
Alright.
Yeah,
yeah,
the dog.
Near the
dog
beginning of the season, we had the gender divide of me and Joel went right for Snap while Mira was saving up for the Eevee like skirt style.
Boys want the action figures, and girls want skirts.
Yeah, it's like the exact same side. Like, oh yeah, fucking boys are all about the action figures. and girls are
They
all
want
about
to
the
wear
skirts.
skirts.
Boys are all about going to war.
Girls are also in the war.
Girls are in the war, but they wear the skirt.
Next skin.
Next skin, Snap.
Next game.
Snap!
Snap is so
Snap
big.
is
I love
Best
Snap.
customizable
I kinda-
skin.
Like,
And
Yeah.
you what?
I kind of ended up. It's because I didn't really use him much until the end of the season because it kind of took till then for me to really get a set I liked. So I kind of avoid using. But when I got a fucking set I liked, fucking love that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like,
Snap-
I was really disappointed at first because as soon as they unveiled like what the second set of items were going to be for Snap, I was like, oh, they're all repaints.
Yeah, they're.
Oh.
It's like
I'm
you
still
get
disappointed by that. Like,
You
honestly.
basically get one set.
Yeah.
You are.
It's like the only
I
thing that
only-
was fully modeled like separately was that there's Tomato Head, Beef Boss, and
Got it.
Cuddle Team later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which
But,
those are
like-
technically
It's-
already
The,
modeled.
the repaints were cool. The repaints were cool at least.
Yeah, no,
Yeah, no,
like
that-
as they came out, I warmed up to them a lot, and I was like, okay, yeah, these are actually all really nice.
Yeah,
I'm
like,
just-
I'm
I'm
still
just-
disappointed, but for what it's worth, they do look really nice.
I'm just
Yeah.
mad we didn't get more chests.
Yeah,
Yeah,
in pants, like there was a good
And
amount
they
of
were all
pants, but
the
it's like
exact
all the
same
chests were the
texture.
exact same thing. Yeah,
And they were
Yeah.
all
Just
just reskins of the fucking like bear chest.
yeah.
It's like
At
man,
least they were different color. At least the final one was like a fully different color rather than just like the other one being white. But you know,
Yeah.
still cool.
I
yeah.
guess at the
Still like
same
a
time,
great
like
idea and just really good
when you think
execution.
about it, the body is the thing that you see the least for most people because you have like a back bling over it.
That's
Like, you'll
true.
probably see the limbs more.
It's just the body. It's just
I
the
wish they had
body
more
is.
colors of these.
It's just, yeah, the body is just like fucking. It's like kind of the most important thing for like having a color palette with that
Yeah.
skin.
Yeah.
So, which like I had to wait to get like for the color for kind of like the color palette I wanted to go with. I had to wait till I got the last thing for
The
that.
last one.
Yeah.
Well,
You know what I wish I would I wish I used, but like
What?
I like the other one more. So like there's the two types of pants, the one that has the actual fabric and then the one that's just like the like painted on plastic like army man figure ones. So I have the plastic ones that are like the neon like green and pink paint. I have those on because it goes really well with the head I use, which is the zombie like pop top one, and or bottle cap one, and
Oh yeah.
fucking, I really wish that my shit went better with the pants that just have vomit, like a vomiting smiley face on them, because those ones are really funny.
Oh yeah.
Like, I really wish I could use the vomit pants, but it doesn't go as well with my shit, so I'm like, whatever.
It's like they're good. Yeah, it's good. It's just like honestly, every other customizable skin or thing in this game is just kind of mid.
Yeah.
Like it's like Snap and fucking Tuna Fish are like the only good ones. I will
Yeah.
say they're the only ones I would look at and like I would use that again.
Okay, Chimera was the establishing one. You gotta respect Chimera for that.
Chimera was cool.
I like Chimera a lot.
I
Still.
like Chimera. The fucking I feel like
I like Chimera, but I don't use them ever.
I
Like,
honestly
never
feel like Chimera would be a lot more liked if the fucking default styles that were used in every single fucking render of it wasn't so fucking ugly.
Yeah.
That motherfucker was a butt ugly Martian.
Yeah.
Let's see.
But
Oh, you mean yeah?
Actually, I like the Omni Sword. I use the Omni
No,
Sword.
yeah, I like the Omni Sword.
Yeah,
though.
yeah.
People
It's like
Oh, actually, you know what? You know what? Actually, Chimera is good. Chimera is good because you can put your banner on his armor. I completely
Yeah.
forgot about that.
Yeah.
I fucking forgot about that. I'm
You
looking
get
at
the-
him
you
right
get the
now,
Rick
and I have
face.
armor. I have armor with Rick. I have Rick on him right now.
Yeah. Something else I wanted to mention before
At
we
least
like.
we're all in agreement that the Haven customization fucking sucked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
It's looking like this season, if like the fucking pickaxe thing is gonna be what it is, like I don't know, it might be somewhat neat.
Well, the pickaxe customization for this season is, I think it's just like it just has a bunch of styles you could unlock. That's it.
Okay.
It isn't like customizing it. It's just you'll be able to transform it into different looking weapons.
So you've got nothing this season.
Basically, no customizable thing. But what I wanted to say about with Snap is it's really weird that Tover tokens were only of like initial, and then everything else, like the first set of like items of like heads and arms and stuff, and then everything else was just locked behind weeklies. It's like they didn't add Tover tokens again ever. It was only at the beginning.
They could have had it be like the legs and like torsos were like milestone quests or something. Like the last set, like do more for the second row at least.
Yeah, I don't know. Something else with Tover. Yeah.
That was just what made it kind of suck a bit. Because it's like I like the collectible aspect of it. I like going into a game and being like, time to get my shit. Ooh.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab a bunch of these tokens. And have
I just don't know why they didn't handle it like they did with the Omni chips. Because it's like with the Omni chips, it was
They're
like
really
you
fun.
you could collect them each week, and then they were also supplemented by getting extra ones through doing weeklies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
And
think they
in
should have
that
just
way, they
done the
also made
exact
it so that
same
you
thing
didn't
as the
have.
Omnisword, where it's like Tover tokens were just like the thing you used to spend on different snap.
Yeah. But the other thing is too is that like then it would have also been so that you didn't have to do all of the weeklies to get every snap shit.
Yeah.
But as they did do it, you had to complete every single weekly that they had done, other than like 0 week, in order to
Yeah.
get all of the snap parts, which is kind of weird. But
Yeah, like,
I mean, like you get a lot of XP, so there's like no point in not
you
doing
want
it, I guess,
you want to
unless
do
you really
if
don't
you got
care.
the pass, you want to do all the weeklies anyways.
Yeah, probably. It's like I don't know, kind of odd. But with Tover, something I want to mention is like, usually we don't get much lore with skins, but something that's really been bugging me is that we still have no idea what the fuck Tover is supposed to be, because he looks like he's supposed to be like a little buddy companion to Snap. And like the song has Tover as the icon, and the song is about like being a toy that's kind of thrown to the side because there's a new cool thing, and then like getting revenge by stealing other toy parts and adding them to himself. So I'm wondering, is Tover supposed to be the mastermind behind this, and like Snap is kind of like his Frankenstein's monster? Like, it's really weird to me. It seems cool, but also, as soon as I saw Tover, it reminded me of this thing that I think I told you guys about. There were these things called Tech Deck Dudes, where it was these like shitty little like fucking like flimsy plastic
had
tech decks that like were
I
not
had
nearly as good as regular ones, and they were like little guys, like angry guys that were modeled to look like thumbs. And so I
Yeah.
got this one that was a guy in a chicken suit, and it came with a pet one, which was an egg with a tie. Tell me this isn't just Tover.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? I am in
The one
game
I had
currently.
was white and not gold, but like it's the same difference,
I think you might be right. Like I'm in game right now, and I'm looking at Tover, and his description is literally just what is it? A little of this, a little of that, and anything else left over. Maybe you're right in that. Like
Yeah.
Snap is kind of just a fucking like monster that he
Yeah.
made.
Which I think would be
think
is a really cool idea. I just wish that we could
Yeah,
get
it's like
any kind of
maybe
lore
like
for these characters.
maybe Tover was the cool toy, and just like, oh, I'm
I
gonna
mean,
make a new
probably that's what I assumed.
Yeah.
Mm.
Who knows? It's a neat thing
No
to think about,
Fortnite
though.
skin gets lore. You get a line of dialogue.
I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, the
We didn't
wars
even
and
get dialogue with Snap. He was never
to
an
be fair,
NPC.
to be fair, the wars and the music, if anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fucking pause. You got Kirby pause screen lore, Fortnite lobby track lore. What's next? I guess Kirby already won up to that by doing fucking like bot names from fucking Dreamcore or Dream Buffet. Like shadow dropping Sectonia's real name.
Yeah.
So all right. So that's all we gotta say about Snap, I assume.
Crap.
It's not what his name is.
It should be.
Well, the next skin was Adira. I think Adira was neat because her armor was kind of cool, like the samurai stuff, but she wasn't all that interesting to me. Her set's kind of neat. I like her spear and her glider. Other than
Glider,
that, she
yeah,
didn't
her
really
glider looks
stand
like
out much.
her glider looks like fucking Giratina.
Yeah, kind of.
I thought it looked like hers is like the weird cyber dragon thing, right?
Yeah.
I thought it looked more like a Yu-Gi-Oh thing.
Yeah, sort of.
What? Nothing specific. Just I looked at it. It was like, hey, that looks like something out of Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah. I can see it.
I mean, I didn't really care for this skin.
Yeah.
I have no opinion on Adira. She's just like
Her
existed.
color palette's nice.
Yeah, I guess.
I do like the palette of her alt stuff, the infiltrator shit. Kind of alright, but
Yeah, I don't think I use anything of her set even.
yeah.
Yeah, she's just kind of there.
Moving on from that because there's nothing else to say. Stormfair, mid.
I like
His
it.
armor's kind of cool though.
I like the super style versions of his armor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Like,
his,
the armor-
Ice
like,
weight
yeah, the yellow,
or
like, yeah, that, and also just like with the super styles, the fucking, I don't know, just the yellow just doesn't look good for me.
Yeah, like his armor is something, but like the default style is just nothing. It's just some guy with his fucking face wrapped up.
Yeah.
In just one color.
Funny thing about that too, yellow wasn't originally his default color because he was
Yeah.
added to the game the update before season 3 came out, and he was in his black style. That was his default at first.
I
Yeah.
forgot there was a black style.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's,
that was like
it's
that's a
yellow,
super
black,
style.
and then
made
snow
that-
camo.
Yeah,
Like,
I
they
only
made
remember.
that like a
yellow
bonus
and-
reward style.
Yeah, I only remembered fucking yellow and snow camo. Yeah, only really. Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, at least they made the slightly better one in the default. But then they made the fucking shitty full black one a bonus reward.
I think you have that backwards.
Is
I
that-
think snow camo was the bonus reward, and I think the black one was like later in the pass.
I
yeah, it
remember,
is.
I
Hey,
remember
Because
the
Snow
black
Snow
one.
White's the far right style.
Yeah.
And I definitely think he looks good with the super styles.
Yeah, I think he's definitely the best with super styles.
Yeah, that's always the weird thing about these. I feel like there's always one character who's like one skin who's best with the super styles. And
Yeah, like it was
Yeah,
looking
it's
like
like so
everyone-
there's like some designs that it complement that like the way that they do the super styles complements, and there's some that it just doesn't really gel
like
with.
there's like Arissa was like
Oh yeah,
amazing with
Arissa was
the
really
Yeah.
styles. Fucking,
Harlow like actually built in the customization to her other
Zig,
shit.
Yeah.
Zig looked really nice with
Oh,
all
yeah,
of them.
like,
Just these
100%.
full. Whenever it's like a full body, like fucking. Whenever it's like fucking like a full body is like metal or some shit, like they're like fucking like Zig or Stormfarer always looks nice just because that's their
Yeah.
entire.
We're already like off trail about super styles. Who even were the ones for fucking 8?
For 8, it was
Cavern and
core
Japan.
core JB, Torin, and
Yeah, I fucking
Fabio.
forgot.
Fabio got him.
I realized I fucking forgot who most of the people who are in season 8 patch go, like other than Carnage and Chimpanski.
Tuna
I guess
fish.
Charlotte.
Oh yeah, Charlotte got the super styles too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Charlotte
Anyway,
looked nice.
anything else about Stormfarer?
Nope.
All right.
Thank you.
Next up was Malik. I
He was
like
cool.
Malik a lot. He's just not my type of skin, I guess. Like he's just,
Out of
like
all
the knight stuff isn't really my style for like what I like
out,
to use.
out of the 4 boring ass like normal people who are in this pass, he was the best. So I can
Yeah.
give him that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that it's kind of like a modernized like king or knight kind of
Yeah.
deal. His
Yeah.
pickaxe is really nice. The alt styles for it, like with the energy coming off.
Oh
they're
yeah,
really cool.
he just has a cool sword.
The one thing that I really wish about Malik was I wish you could take the logos off of his cape. Those bothered me a little bit.
There's the
Lance
Fortnite
King.
emote.
Yeah, the Fortnite emote was funny. Or no,
No,
that was the shop
That was
one.
the shop one. Yeah.
His is a it is done where you like kneel and like place your sword into the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good one. Anything else? No.
He's a dude.
He's a
It's
dude.
a dude. It's a
Kinda did-
dude.
Like we all like have the same opinion and just kind of spat it out at once. So I don't think.
Yeah.
I think
He's a guy. He's a fella. He's a cool dude.
the best of
It's,
the 4.
So then we had Sabina, which I think I like Sabina more than Malik. If you're counting her in like the 4, like I really like Sabina a lot.
Yeah,
It's
I
like
never
everyone
like
likes Evie the best, so then out of the other 4.
Yeah. Yeah, I like the
nice alt
spider
style.
assassin thing. Yeah, the alt style I really liked, like the ponytail and like the kind of fiery red.
Yeah.
Pretty damn good.
Yeah, it looks pretty good.
The most I have to say about her is her loading screen has Leela with her hands out of her pockets in it, and I think that should be illegal.
Forgot about that. The loading screen art was really nice to see.
Yeah, I have that on.
Too bad about that censorship though, where they got rid of Evie's cleavage.
Oh
That
yeah,
that was a real crime.
We've talked current talking about Evie's boobs count twice.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sadly.
let's keep
Dang, we
going.
got two
My
names.
my
you-
apologies.
Hey, you can't say sadly. The one of those was you.
I know. That's why I said my apology.
Mm.
I'm not.
Anyway, anything else on Sabina? We good?
Yeah.
I'm good.
All right. Then the tier 100, Darth Vader.
Peak.
Yeah, boy.
Seth, Joel, and I were big fans because we're a bunch of soy boys.
Me and Mira
Love
watched
Star
the first
Wars.
two with them.
Yeah, I had them watch episodes 4 and 5 with me. We haven't watched 6 yet. But,
He's a cool enough guy, I guess.
Yeah.
I found this one tweet that compares him with Nagito archetype.
Yeah, cool.
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
care.
I forgot about that.
I haven't seen that.
Hang
You
on, I
haven't
think I
seen
have.
that? How am I the only one that remembers this?
I remember it.
Oh,
The
I
fucking
remember it, so you don't have to.
Darth
exactly.
Peak Vader.
There are no interactions on this tweet. I found this while looking through the Danganronpa hashtag one day.
Oh,
Anakin Skywalker / Darth Vader from Star Wars is literally a Nagito. Hear me out. That's the other way around. Nagito
Yeah.
is an Anakin.
I guess, yeah. Yo,
what do you mean? I guess, yeah, bro. Shut up. Shut up.
fucking ban you for life.
Lifetime
I'm in the lobby right now
ban.
doing Forget Me Not as Darth Vader.
Lifetime ban.
I should feature the Among Us on my Steam profile.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of lifetime ban, I just remembered I should probably download those Fortnite streams so I can use any of the clips if we want to if I want to use those. I have to crop them weird, but whatever. Anyway, though, with Vader, I was showing you guys those movies specifically just so it was you had never seen them or anything, so it was I didn't expect you to come out and be like, oh man, Darth Vader's so fucking cool. Because I feel like Star Wars is one of those things where it's if you aren't the very specific person that would get into it, or you didn't watch it ever as a young kid, you're not gonna get into it. It's not gonna really be your thing.
I thought his voice in the first one was funny and cool.
Yeah, they hadn't really made him the really imposing super evil guy yet. That was more kind of established in the second movie where they were like, oh shit, we need to make him even cooler. He was kind of goofy.
Yeah, he was pretty cool.
He's kind of a guy.
Kind of a guy, kind of a Darth. But
Okay.
yeah, I mean they did a damn good job of him. With this, his set is really nice, especially his pickaxe. His contrail's great. Is something wrong?
My back just got cut in half. Sorry.
Yeah, everything with him. I like his rap a lot. I know, Anthony, you don't really like his rap because you don't like the simple ones, but I think that sometimes just throwing in a nice just really muted color, single color, simple thing, it's just black with some glowing lights on it, it's just tech. It's I think that's really nice. Can go good with stuff.
I just
It'd
think
be
it's
the
a black color. I don't care.
Yeah. All right. So I think Vader was great. Pretty cool.
Really glad he's in the game.
Yeah,
and we're probably getting Luke soon.
Yeah, including his pickaxe.
Yeah, his pickaxe was great. I don't know what are you implying
Oh,
something?
it was really cool. That shit was so fucking.
Yeah,
cool.
it's straight out of the movie.
It's right out of the
so
movie.
fucking-
He
Yeah,
used it
it's
all
like-
the time.
Should I put
It's
this in my
actually so
rotation?
fucking cool.
Do you not
You
remember the
should.
scene where he and Obi-Wan were fighting
I
Obi-Wan
know. I
rotation.
get it. I get it. I know. There's this weird.
Yeah,
weird
you're
thing in my
fucking wrong.
memory.
You're no, get out of this call. Leave
There's
now.
this weird
I
thing in
put
my
it in my
memory where
rotation.
Yeah.
there's this weird thing in my memory where I keep thinking that they have weird laser swords in that movie. Sorry, holy shit.
Yeah, I don't think that
Yeah.
ever happened.
Yeah,
I don't remember that.
I think you're confusing with No More Heroes, Seth.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
think
Because
you're
it's like,
thinking of
yeah,
Spaceballs, Brent.
because there's like some small references to Star Wars and No More Heroes, like
Yeah.
We're gonna get a Dark
but like
Helmets skin
but
soon.
like it wasn't
Yeah.
that much of
They're
an
gonna add it as an
inspiration
alt style.
point.
Oh, speaking of that, why didn't I meant to mention this. I had it
Oh,
written down.
yeah.
He didn't get any alt styles. Like he didn't get like a broken helmet or anything, which is disappointing.
Oh,
Yeah.
that would have been cool because
No
that
super
literally happened.
style.
That happened in the Obi-Wan show.
Yeah. Or just him with straight up his helmet off. That would have been funny. Like just
That'd been
fucking
kinda cool,
loose and
too.
bald. Yeah, but that's it for Vader, I suppose. And we can talk
Wait,
about
actually,
the
no, we can comment on. No, real quick. I like the you can do emotes with him. That like he canonically like never he's not doing this shit.
Yeah, in
He ain't
canon,
doing
it's like it makes him
yeah.
very stiff.
Yeah, it makes him
And then
really
you can
stiff.
do,
Like every movement is like an
Well-
excruciating pain for him.
and then you just go and do drip and flavor, and he's like, he is
Yeah,
going
it's-
at it,
that
and he's
man
like
is a
not in
limber.
character.
That man. And do evasive maneuvers.
Hit him with
Man
no,
is
have
going
him
at
do
it.
from fucking the Gwen emote, the fucking flips.
Oh yeah, yeah. We'll all be able to do that.
All right, well let's move on from him and talk about Indiana Jones, who got the secret skin treatment, got a whole bunch of stuff for him, a whole bunch of quests. We did a whole stream of getting all of them. It's a lot of fun, and I'm like, they did a damn good job with him.
Yeah.
Yep, that it looks like him. It looks like Harrison Ford.
Yeah,
He's in the garb, if you will.
yeah, and then
Yeah.
you know, Anthony and Mira have never watched an Indiana Jones movie, so
I think the
no frame of
glider-
reference whatsoever. So yeah,
He's
no, the
great
glider's
in my
great.
rotation.
Yeah.
I think the glider's funny. Mira, are you like trying to say something? It looks like you're like
No.
okay. And it sounds like you're.
Yeah, but something I wanted to mention because like Indiana Jones, like he's got all his stuff. He's got like the staff broken up. He's got fucking what is it? He's got the alt style where he's got his jacket off and the tattered shirt. The raft glider, all that stuff. His rap's kind of funny because it's like it's like a step above like how simple the Darth Vader rap is, in that it's literally just like a weathered brown and nothing
Yeah,
else.
like a piece of leather. It's just like
Yeah,
strapped over the weapon.
it's like I like it. Looks nice.
Yeah, it's nice.
It's visually appealing. But what is something I wanted to mention is it is so weird. Like I'm glad that both of them are in. I love using them, but it is so weird to me that they decided for that season to put them in. It's like you have these two massive boomer characters, like
in this season called Vibin.
not even just that. It's just like the rest of the pass is like a bunch of fucking 20-somethings that are ready for fucking Fashion Week.
Yeah. It's an
And then
action
you got
figure.
Indiana Jones and Darth Vader. It's like Snap goes well with them because it's like, you know, action figures were a huge thing back in like 70s, 80s, 90s, all that. It's like obviously they still are, but like that specific type, like that Snap is kind of in reference to, was very popular then, like G.I. Joes and shit. So like, you know, that makes sense with them, but it's like everybody else is like a fucking millennial and like fucking, I don't know, like a fucking Hollywood millennial. Like, I don't know.
They did the whole like promo thing before the season came out with like Evie, Adira, and Malik.
Yeah, it was what was it, like FortniteLookbook.com.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool. I was glad that they did that neat teaser.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's basically that's everything for the pass. Like, you know, the customizable item was a skin, so don't have to talk about anything extra with that. So now go through our tier lists. Who wants to go first? Nobody says
You.
anything.
You want to go first.
Okay,
You
then I'll go first.
Fuck
Okay,
you.
good.
Let's-
I can go first now.
All right. So you can check it out in pins up there. S tier. We got the S tier, cream of the crop.
Yeah.
Unstuffed Guff. Fuck yeah. Fucking love Unstuffed Guff. What a guy. one of my more anticipated skins that I've ever had in the game. Then we got Eevee and Snap. Obviously, we've already talked about how much we like those. What?
A funnier character than we've had before.
Exactly, like Charge. Then we got Bellberry and Phaedra. Bellberry is very cool. Been waiting for her for a good bit. Phaedra was a nice surprise with the Fortnite crew because sometimes they're kind of ass, sometimes they're really cool. Then we got the Dragon Ball skins. They're not really in any specific order. I like all of them a lot. Like, Bulma, Beerus, Vegeta, and Goku. They're all really well done. Vegeta and Goku, some people have said, aren't the best because their heads are way too fucking big, which, yes, they are, but it's still Vegeta and Goku. Like, come on. Can't
I really
complain too
think
much.
just Vegeta's head's too big. Goku's is
absolutely.
like fine for the most part.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Then we got John Cena, because of course. Jones Unchained, one of the best Jonesy skins, because it was just straight up from the Collision event in the comics. And then Maisie. I was surprised. I really, really like Maisie. I think their color scheme was great. Pretty damn good. A tier, got Starfire in there. Starfire, fucking loved Teen Titans as a kid. Dreamer, I have her in A tier because she actually grew on me. She would have been in B tier, but I was like, I like her outfit well enough. Major Man Cake in there. Cause Peely in B tier because it's the closest thing we have to just a normal Peely, but it's still Cause. So Patrick Mahomes. I think that's I could have just butchered that. I don't know how you're supposed to pronounce
It's
it.
Patrick Mahomes.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah.
I wasn't certain.
Believe it or not, I've heard that name before.
Really?
I just never expected. Yeah, I mean it's his football dude. He's in the game.
Yeah, like his normal skin is neat enough, but it's like I wasn't that interested in it. But like his saucy style, because apparently he loves ketchup, is pretty funny because he just has this like bright red glitter suit patterned with ketchup bottles, and like his back bling was a bottle of like tomato head ketchup. That was pretty funny. I debated getting him. I didn't end up doing it, but then also the D tier is just, I really just do not care for Stormfarer, and I have never watched a movie with Thor in it, so I have absolutely no frame of reference for any of this
What are you
Love and
talking
Thunder
about?
stuff.
Sorry, I went to take a shit because I don't like you.
What?
I went to take a shit because I don't like you. What are you talking about? Talking about
Well,
Thor?
I'm done now.
Oh.
Thor is the best franchise because one of the trailers had a song that was
From
used
Hotline Miami 2.
Yeah, a song that was used in Hotline Miami 2, and that was cool.
I think it was for Love and Thunder.
Mm.
But yeah, it was it was by The Magic
Face-
Sword, I think.
Yeah, In the Face of Evil.
Yeah, that's a good song.
Yeah, good song. I think it's one of the fifth.
That's what I think of when I think of Thor.
Yeah, I think of the fans from Hotline Miami 2. Welcome to the Hotline Miami 2 podcast.
Hopefully we get them soon
Oh,
in the game.
Yeah. All right, who's going next?
Fuck
go
you.
next.
There's like 3 different moves there.
I'll go next.
Fuck you.
Someone go.
I'm going next.
Here's
Okay.
next. Yay!
Oh my god.
I have Eevee and Phaedra and Bellberry and fucking Snap. All very good skins. That's here. I like said I'd go next, and then like I kind of forgot I had to say things when I went next. But yeah, I like all those skins. Phaedra got me to get a fucking Fortnite crew. So
yeah,
that's some that's a sign of a real a sign of a real good skin. And then Snap, fucking love that. Love Jonesy
and John Cena has
yeah, Jonesy Unchained, fucking fucking Shell Jonesy.
Oh yeah.
Fucking Shell from Portal.
Yeah.
Particularly too. Then John Cena, of course, is John Cena.
the John Cena reveal was infinitely better than the Pyra and Mithra Smash reveal.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
And then I got Beerus in S. I've never watched Dragon Ball in my life, but I think Beerus is funny, so I put him a bit higher than the other skins, than the other ones. So we got fucking A tier, fucking Summer Charlotte, like Charlotte, new user a lot. So I could like the fucking new skin. Forget the other skin's name, but she's cool.
I don't remember what her name is, but she's like
Sid.
unmasked cuddle team lady.
Yeah,
It's Sid.
kind of weird. I
Sid.
kind of felt like that was something they would never do, but cool.
Yeah.
On Seth Buff, Malik, and then all the Dragon Ball shit.
I want them to do Unmasked Tomato Head this season. And he's just like some fucking Italian guy.
That one skin. I forget most of these names. And
Yeah, I don't remember what her name is, but she was like the Crosspoint operative. She's like Save the World pack,
Yeah.
the new one.
She's cool.
Yeah.
B tier Darth Vader. I'm happy for people who like Star Wars because this is the Star Wars character that people like. He's
That's
cool
what
enough.
Star Wars is all about.
No, I don't particularly like Darth Vader's design, but he's Darth Vader, so I respect the grind. I got those like I have the fucking I
Chapter
guess the
1 skins.
yeah chapter
Yeah.
There's a Chapter 1
um,
jumpsuit, right?
yeah, those are cool enough. Cool enough for a concept. And I like the execution, I guess. But they're cool. They're cool. Fucking Spider-Man Zero, Wolverine, fucking this is decent. I don't really have things to say about these. I don't care.
Yeah,
These
you don't have to go through everything. I
Yeah.
like your
Cancel
bottom
that
tier, though.
17.
Yeah, cancel that 17.
Put that magazine on screen, make it do like a sin effect.
Cancel
Sure.
that 17. You know
Cancer.
that horrible story where the guy got canceled at 17 for a
It's
Yeah.
really sad.
where he totally was the victim. And
Yeah,
was not,
the victim
was-
of cancel culture.
and was not absolutely not being creepy towards women
Women.
at his college.
So they
So
made a
Definitely
list
not.
to avoid him.
So
because he's
glad that
weird.
Cause was able to draw the art for that.
Yeah,
I'm
Be a
still
voice
glad
of the
that Cause is on my
Cause-
like cereal now.
Oh
Cause
yeah,
is a
yeah.
real-
They did the fucking monster cereals are doing a Cause collaboration. So like,
Yeah.
fucking Count Chocula has like the fucking
We
bones coming out
are
of the side
in
of his head.
hell. We are in hell. Cause is becoming way too mainstream. We need
He's
to
becoming
kill
too
Cause.
strong.
Was it Cause already mainstream? Was
I
it
mean,
Cause?
yeah.
Was
He
I guess.
basically,
Yeah,
he
yeah.
has fun.
I don't know. I haven't heard of it until fucking Fortnite. So
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Dr. Phil has a Cause like art piece in his house.
Really?
I think
wow,
so.
Dr. Phil!
that's how you know something's good when fucking Dr. Phil. Dr. Phil is
Dr.
associated-
Phil's a fan.
You know, there's nothing wrong with Dr. Phil. If
mean-
Dr.
No.
Phil was a fan of me, I would be real happy.
I mean, sure, Dr. Phil, Dr. Goat.
Dr.
Dr.
Phil-
Goat.
Doc- Dr. Peak.
Peak Bill.
Alright, who's going next?
I'm going.
Me! Oh,
you.
Seth can go.
All right, let's see. So my S tier, Vader. Vader, he's peak. Evie, peak. Indiana Jones, peak. Chell Jonesy, peak.
I'm sensing a theme.
Phaedra, peak. Only the Jonesy version of this track.
Only the Jonesy. Those are, yeah, only
And
Jonesy
the Spitfire, and the Spitfire version, they're both peak.
Okay, now give us okay. So now you've given your thoughts on your S tiers. Give us your reviews of all the D tiers. How you
All
gonna
the D
describe those?
tiers exist.
Okay, so one by one.
Skins.
No, you're supposed to go one by one and say L. That's how you
Oh,
fucking flubbed your
okay,
line again.
Okay, fucking Thor one's definitely an L. All the other tracksuit skins.
Seth,
Man.
you hate gay people?
Yes. No.
Then
Yeah.
why is Maisie in D tier?
What? I don't fucking know. Because my thought process is like anything that's not a fucking Jonesy or a fucking Spitfire or like a meme is my lower than
or that's hot, Seth. That's also
yeah, of
your
course,
answer.
of course, of course. Um,
That's the bit for this podcast. Is I wrote Seth.
I'm surprised you have Starfire in C. Yeah, it's not like
I
that
don't-
design.
I guess not. Yeah. I don't
Could've
know why I
used
put
that-
Snap in A though. He's supposed to be an S.
Wow,
I don't
what
know.
a fucking blunder.
Shut up, bitch.
That is a big blunder on his part. I will say that.
The fell for the
Absolutely.
classic blunder. Yeah,
Fell for
that,
one of the classic blunders.
let's see. The Wolverine. The Wolverine. It's not the classic Wolverine, and I can't get classic Wolverine anymore, so it's not peak. It's still good, but I can't get classic anymore, so it's fine.
Bro is not the classics.
The for fucking B tier, the fucking Destiny skins, they're fine. Fucking Ketchup Man. Ketchup Man's cool. He's not peak,
Ketchup
but he's
Man.
cool. That's all I'm calling him, yeah.
Yeah, I guess that's why he gets to be in beer. It's gonna be he gets to be in beer tier.
Here's
Beer tier.
Hero
Yeah,
Spider-Man.
he gets-
It's not normal Spider-Man,
He gets
Cause
to be in
Peely.
B because he's ketchup man.
Yeah, Cause Peely is in B just because it's a Peely.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that where did I put him on mine? I put him in a high C because he's peely.
Naruto skins are cool. Let's see. Fucking Stormfare's there. Shitty PS Plus. The PS Plus Ramirez probably should have been in D if anything.
Yeah, not the
Yeah.
best.
But I don't know. They're just kind of initial. I don't really want to think about it. They're just like initial thoughts, which is probably a lot more genuine than me like carefully thinking it out, honestly.
Yeah.
But that's all the big stuff.
Yeah.
Jonesy and Spitfire's peak. Indiana Jones and Vader are peak.
Yeah, peak. Get an opinion.
That is an opinion. They're peak. Fuck you.
Yeah, that's a word.
Oh,
That's a
oh,
word.
yeah,
You
yeah,
don't
yeah,
have
Anthony-
an-
Anthony-
you don't have an opinion. You got an adjective.
You know, put your money where your mouth is. Tell us about yours.
Yeah, what's yours? man?
Okay. So like I always do my S tier as these are the skins I would use, and like A I would maybe.
That's how I
use.
do it. Yeah.
Very
Yeah.
fair.
Like if I had Goku, he'd be on. I'd make a preset for him. I've got presets for the other three. As you can see, I've got my tier of I'm killing you, and honestly, I should have put more of the D tiers in there. But those are the worst of the worst.
Okay.
You know, the Thor skins got put into D because I saw the movie and liked it well enough. But
Yeah, it doesn't
it's
seem
no
like a
D tier.
terrible movie. I just don't care.
Yeah, it was a
There
good
might
movie.
be love, and there might
I don't
be
really
some-
like the outfits either. Like, I
just
don't
think
like
they
the
look-
Yeah,
armor
no,
very
yeah.
much.
I have like no in-depth opinions. I've been the fucking person talking the second most this whole time. Like I feel like I've said enough. Cause Peely is a C because Peely I probably should have put him in D. Now that I think about it, because canceled at 17.
Yeah, all set.
John Cena. He's an A tier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or,
Also, I didn't rank all the tracksuits aside from Jonesy and Spitfire.
yeah, I mean, I didn't either.
Yeah. Anytime they do one of those, here's all the defaults. Only rank the Jonesy and
Yeah,
Spitfire.
I only usually rank the ones that I actually give a shit about.
Yeah.
So like I have like a couple of those on there.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I at least put everyone on this one. At the very most, I just put them in. I'm killing you.
All right, Joel, run us through.
All right, let's do a quick one. How about Snapped? I think we've already made it clear. Snapped is
Oh,
pretty
yeah.
goated. Darth Vader, you know it. Indiana Jones, they're great. Lucasfilm, let's go. Goku, I mean, it's about time he got in the game.
Exactly.
Really nice to see him. And yeah, like S tier, pretty much. If I had him, which I have 3 of those, I would use them, and I do. So that's why they're in S tier. As for A tier, we got the rest of the Dragon Ball skins. John Cena's there. He's pretty cool. I mean, He has the funny meme from like 5 years, 6 years ago. I don't even know how long it was.
A
I think
good,
somewhere-
good
And
fucking
it-
No,
while.
Still
probably
funny,
more than
and it-
6. Probably fucking
and-
more like 8.
And it's
Jeez.
still funny.
Maybe more than 8. Honestly, could probably say 9.
Because I remember it being a thing in like
Yeah, it was a big thing in like 2016.
Or yeah, I guess okay. 2016.
Anyways,
I'm
Fucking
over-exaggerating.
broad when we say that.
Portal Jonesy, you love to see it. Love to see Portal get in the game.
This
Jonesy
is
and
the
people.
closest we'll get to a Valve crossover as of now.
Until Team Fortress 3, which is coming out on October 4th.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll have to do another video on October 4th.
According to
you know?
Chris, Mr. Sane is indeed coming to Fortnite.
Come on, baby.
According to
According to Chris, Gordon Freeman is coming to Fortnite.
according to Robin Walker,
He was
Scout is
wearing
coming
the
to
Robin
Team
Walkers. Scout is coming to Team Fortress 2.
Yes!
Fucking finally.
Oh, fuck.
Exactly.
Dude, that dude's been in the files forever.
I know. What's up with that,
Uh,
bro? They need to stop. They need to stop putting these characters into files and never using them. Seriously.
They need to
dude,
stop putting.
fucking, when are they adding Pollen? Come on.
Yeah, come on.
No, I
Civilian, please.
I just remembered something I want to say. Like I'm breaking the bit here. Why are there so many goddamn nice loading screens and the files are just never dropped and probably
I don't
aren't
know,
going to
because
drop?
they suck. I don't know. We can't have nice things. There's
can't
so
have
many
nice-
that have just been sitting there for seasons and seasons and seasons that we're just never gonna get. And it's really stupid. Because it's just like they get these artists to make such nice fucking like pieces, or like they get these really cool renders, and then they're just like, oh, just fucking let them sit. Just rot. It's just like, man, you have it there. It's just like, just give it to us. Fucking drop it on a challenge. Who cares?
Give it. Give it to
Literally
me.
just drop it, like so we can have it. Like don't even like do
Yeah,
tiny
Fortnite
features.
needs to just be like, okay, yeah,
Right.
here's a bunch of loading screens we never dropped. We're like dropping them all at once through some like challenges.
Fucking hell, drop it in the shop. I'd pay for like
Yeah.
a cheap bundle of a couple loading screens.
Yeah.
I
Get
thought
some
these
like
was a good
good,
idea.
get like a bundle of good art together, and be like, hey,
Loading
you want some
screens are a
loading
fun
screens
idea.
here? Throw like a couple $100 V-bucks at it, and you can get some like a good pack of art. That'd be
That'd be nice. Yeah. What was it? Man cakes? Oh yeah, man cakes is cool. It's man cakes. How can you not like that? I already talked about Dragon Ball. Phaedra, I kind of wish I did buy that
Yeah.
pack. I wasn't really paying attention at that time, but Phaedra's pretty cool.
I know.
As for the rest, looks cool. Yeah, like I mean all that stuff. It's like the rest I'm not really like too interested in. I mean, there's Destiny skins, but they didn't have Cade 6, so I didn't really
Yeah.
care.
Not
Uh,
6 isn't there.
yeah, no Cade 6. You got different robot dude. I don't know anything about that guy. And then everything in D tier I just don't really care about, except for the last skin, which
Yeah.
Veronica. I did because like it looks a lot better in game, and I found that out literally like a couple hours ago.
Not even. It was like,
Like an
fucking
hour
half an
ago.
hour ago. Yeah.
Yeah, it was like something like that. And it's like, yeah, it looks a lot better in game. I probably moved that up to like B or A tier.
You know what's funny though, Joel?
What's up?
You'll have a second chance to, because she didn't come out during season 3. She came out during season 4. I don't know why she's on this tier list.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah, you're the only one who shall put her on.
yeah, I'd probably.
You know,
slap it
she's a
up to
D
A tier.
tier. She's a D
wait, hang
tier
on a
because
wait.
she's not in the game.
Oh wait, no, never mind.
That was probably the other thing. I think I couldn't figure out how to like take it off. Like I think it wasn't letting me like take it literally off the list.
Oh
So I
yeah.
was like, I'll just put it at the like the very bottom. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
So
Oh well.
yeah, that's. I
Yeah,
think that's
she
about
looks
it.
a lot better in game.
Yeah, I was like surprised. I was like really surprised to see how much of a difference there was.
Yeah. All right. Thanks.
I need
anyway.
Java harder.
All right. So as for like the second to last thing that we'll go over here is, as we always do, go through the collaborations that happened during the season.
Oh, yeah.
There were some pretty damn good ones.
There were some collaborations. Let me
Oh
tell you.
man, we kicked it off with a fucking bang The
Yeah.
Among Us day one.
Among
fucking
Us,
Yeah, that
frame
That
one
was
Among
I
Us.
day
couldn't even
one.
remember that. That was day one.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure it was available from either day one or two. Like before the first week had ended, we were able to get the Among Us shit by like buying some shit in the game. Because like I remember that we got it, and I was like just kind of playing with you guys because we were doing the fucking Tim's Park, the official Timberland parkour
yeah.
map, and fucking around with the Among Us stuff because I had just gotten it. And that was like when I was waiting for my dad to be ready so that we could head over to fucking Connecticut to go to the Ween show.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So that was like very early in the season. And the Among Us collab, that was really fucking good. Like it's funny because it's like a lot of I've noticed that like some of the best like collab stuff is just like really well thought out like backblends and like other
or-
cosmetics
or
like other
emotes.
than skins or emotes. Because it's like having just a little fucking like stupid little crewmate sitting on your back. It's like, man, that's like the best way you could have done this, and you did it really
Yeah.
well.
Do you want to mention that we basically had we mentioned this in the last one, but did you want to mention that we had two banger collabs like back to back because Pac-Man was like at the tail end of the last one, I think.
Yeah. We did mention that at the last one. The two best fucking gaming legends items are fucking back playing an emo.
Yeah. Okay. So it was definitely within the first week because we mentioned Among Us in the last.
Yeah, because like Pac-Man was like the last one that they made for season 2.
Yeah. Also, since we're
Which was on the
talking
same
about
day as this thing.
yeah, exactly. But also, since we're talking about Among Us, I almost forgot to mention this, even though I recorded gameplay of the final day it was available, specifically for this purpose. Imposters is gone. They removed it during this season. So, yeah, no more Fortnite Among Us,
There's
at
not
least for
fucking
the
bringing it back
foreseeable
now, so-
future.
They added
There's,
Among Us
If
back.
they hard got rid of it, there's like no way they're bringing it back, man. They said they were gonna get rid of it a fucking while ago. I thought.
Well, it's a limited time mode thing, so it's like they can just bring that back. They've done it with other stuff too.
Yeah.
They got
So
rid
it's
of
like-
Among.
I don't know. I feel like that mode was on fucking borrowed time for like any time after season 7 when it was introduced.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
think people played that.
I don't know. You could always find a lobby of it.
Venom played it.
It's
I don't
true.
think
Venom played it.
Did people play that, or like did fucking babies play it? Did, like, little
Venom
fucking-
played it.
Venom
That
played it. Venom's a
true?
man.
Yeah, so pour one out for Fortnite Imposters. I'm pretty sure the game that I played of it, I was like Vegeta with the WWE Championship belt.
And
So-
did that game fucking suck?
No, I won.
Oh, you did?
I'm pretty sure I was like the last crewmate alive and I got the tasks done.
Task
Anyway,
Among-
though,
Yeah, what's that?
the next collab, which happened pretty early on, was Spider-Man Zero. Got added in for the comics. It's a pretty good outfit. Like, it's not my
We've
favorite.
already-
It's far and away not my favorite Spider-Man outfit, but like, it's all right.
I don't know
It
why you
reminds
bothered to spotlight this. Like we've already had Spider-Man shit. So-
Spider-Man.
Well, I mean, it's a collab. I'm just throwing it in there.
Spider-Man Zero kind of gets me because it's that like archetype of Spider-Man, I guess armor, because that's like an armor piece. That like I hate armor Spider-Man designs. I just do not like them.
Yeah, they're not the best.
It's like-
Something funny with this though is that despite it being the reward for reading the first comic, the suit of armor doesn't actually show up until like a few panels of the last one.
Just-
Ah,
Like it isn't.
Yeah, why
it
did they
isn't in
make
the comic
first one
until the
biggest?
final.
It,
I-
it
I
would
don't
have
know.
made more sense to make it the last one, anyways.
I mean, they did that with Harley Quinn. Like when they did the Batman ones, if you read the first comic, you just got Harley Quinn.
Hmm.
So, you still get like if you get all 5 of them, you get a new skin. Like whenever the fucking 5th one comes in the mail for me, I'm just gonna get the new Iron Man for free.
Also, you spotlighted this one. What about fucking Darth Vader and Indiana Jones? They're in the past. They technically came before Among Us.
Because we already fucking like went in depth talk about them. I don't
Okay,
need to talk about the shit that's in the past.
Okay, so they had a Darth
I'm
Vader
trying.
and
We
Indiana
didn't
trying
bring
to, like-
we didn't bring up
trying to,
fucking
like-
Marvel characters and shit
Yeah,
in season 2.
I'm trying to pick out something like really small that you like didn't talk about, but there's nothing. We've covered
He's
all
being
the
a
bases.
shitter.
I know,
being
he's
a
always. When isn't he?
I don't know. What's
He's
next?
my least favorite person for a reason. Ain't that right?
Spider Mid. We did that. Okay.
Spider-Man.
Yeah. The next thing was just Naruto Part 2.
Oh
It's
shit!
just,
My
you know.
phone's.
I
Hang on a second.
I am gonna say it's kind of mid.
Yeah, it's like I mean,
I
like,
don't like. Well, that's because I don't like Naruto, so I don't really care.
yeah, it's like, you know, they gave us
all
the
of
4 like super iconic characters, and then they gave us like the 4 like rival characters.
Yeah, I don't watch anime of any kind, so it's like I don't really care. Like we already got the main characters, so it's like okay, I kind of recognize most of these guys. And
Yeah,
the
so
second
you're-
batch came through, and I was like, I don't recognize any of these people.
Well, yeah, that's because it's Naruto and it's mid instead of Dragon Peak Z.
Yes, sir.
Like actually.
Absolutely. Anyway, the next thing was they randomly just added a Galaxian emote. Go along with the Pac-Man one.
Oh yes, true.
Now-
Why did
now-
we get a
now we're-
backpack for that?
Now we're waiting on the dig dug.
The what?
Now we're waiting on the dig dug.
God damn it! I was
Yes,
gonna say
please.
that actually.
No, you know what we need? We need a Motos one.
Fuck.
We
I
need
was
Mappy.
I was
Yeah,
thinking
we need a
about
Mappy one.
Mappy. Burger Time. Can we get a Burger Time one?
Burger Time is in Namco.
Well, fucking. We're talking specifically about Namco.
Well, I mean, all the ones we were talking about were Namco because Galaxian
Okay,
and
what?
Pac-Man are both Namco.
Well, I
Talking
mean,
about
still-
arcade games that should be emotes.
What? Oh, arcade game. Okay.
I want a Burger Time back bling. I think it'd be funny.
It can like be the different sprites of the food. I'd use the Mr.
Yeah.
Hot Dog one.
Oh,
Do I still have an emote of Mr. Hot Dog in my server? Yeah, I do.
They had fucking 80s Day for homecoming week at my school on Wednesday. And they had a bunch of arcade machines. They were free play. I played like 2 games of Miss Pac-Man and 1 game of Dig Dug, and then I had no other time because I wanted to actually eat food.
No time
Oh,
for eating. When
not a
there's
true
Miss
gamer.
Pac-Man.
Exactly. My
Sorry,
sister
they-
apparently my sister's friend who like they're living together. Apparently my sister's friend dropped like $300 on a miniature Miss Pac-Man arcade cabinet, and it's just in their house.
Hey, that's pretty cool.
She called me and she
big gamer that not want to starve to death.
yes.
It's okay.
But she called me and she was like, "Why is Ms. Pac-Man so hard?" She's like, "I don't remember Pac-Man being this hard." I was like, "I think it's like a little harder, I guess." She was like, "Jesus Christ."
It's just
Jesus. All right.
Anyway,
What's
next thing was Cause Peely. We've already talked about this. Cause is
canceled at
not
17.
Canceled at 17.
Yeah.
You
Dave's
know,
kinda dropped
his set
that.
was
Moving
his set
on.
was he got like a back bling that was a little Cause like doll that you can have.
Yeah, it's like,
Awesome.
why didn't they
his
do this-
his
Why
glider
didn't
was
they
a
do
Cause
this shit-
float.
Yeah, why didn't they do this shit when they just actually had the cause skeleton? Why you gotta lump Peely?
I
in
don't
with it,
know.
I
man?
don't know.
They gotta bring Peely down.
I don't
I
know.
think. I think
Also,
that doesn't.
Seth,
bring-
I like how you say like I don't know to like rhetorical questions.
I don't know.
This is a thing you do regularly. I'm asking you these questions actually. so,
Because
you know,
fucking
fair.
nobody's gonna answer them. I don't fucking know.
Well, yeah, that's what
They're
a rhetorical
rhetorical.
question is.
You're
Seth,
rhetorical. Go fuck
That's
yourself.
true.
That's true.
He is rhetorical. Anyway, one of the funniest collabs in the season happened after that. They added Juicy by Biggie as a lobby track out of
Oh
nowhere.
yeah, that.
I don't know why. It just kind of
That's
they just
strange.
dropped it. Yeah. It's just
cool.
okay, cool. You can just have Juicy. Great. Then there was Thor: Love and Thunder, and the only reason that I want to like actually talk about this for a second is because if you remember when they made the set, so like the original Thor skin
yeah.
that they made was like the Herald of Galactus Thor or something. which was in Chapter 2, Season 4.
Or
So his glider and his pickaxe, because it's Mjolnir, weren't usable on anybody else other than Thor. So they put this whole bundle in the shop. It's mildly expensive. The pickaxes and the gliders are specifically only usable on these two Thor characters
these
and
two
the
Thor-
other Thor character that was in the past and Captain America. Which, you know, for Marvel or stuff, that makes sense. When you're buying items in an item shop, you don't really want to buy shit that's only locked to one thing, because then you can't
Yeah.
fucking use it unless you're using the entire thing. So
like
they
you
caved
buy
and they
you
let
buy
you use it on
Venom,
everybody.
you buy Venom, and he comes with his pickaxe, and he's a little more expensive because of it. Okay, sure.
Well, he also
He's
came with like
full
a
price.
back bling and everything too.
Well,
It's
yeah.
like, you know, he
He's,
came with
a
like
little
built-in
more
emote,
expensive.
whatever. But it's like, you know, so you can't. So now we finally, if you do own that set, you can fulfill the age-old prophecy of fish stick using the
Fish stick using
Stormbreaker.
Storm- Yeah. Hang on, let me send me going crazy from my fish stick pictures folder.
It's that's nice that they actually
I've
caved
got-
and like let people like use it on whatever.
Yeah.
The next thing was not a in-game item, but a Magic the Gathering got Fortnite cards.
Huh?
I've never heard of this.
Yeah, there's like a special pack of Magic the Gathering cards that were all like Fortnite locations and characters and stuff.
I do like that you the highlight out of game collabs.
Yeah, it's like it's a funny, weird thing. But you know, after that, John Cena got added. Great thing. Epic Games just did like a whole collab with WWE. There was shit in Rocket League, and you could be like The Undertaker and Xavier Woods and shit and Fall Guys. So that was neat.
Do you play the John Cena theme?
No,
5 times.
no.
Time. Well, maybe if you make it fast enough, they won't claim you.
Shut up. Anyway, then we got Wolverine Zero as a crew pack, which so many people were
dangerously.
insanely disappointed by. That is the lowest rated skin in the entire game if you look on Fortnite GG. I think it still is. People fucking hate that skin with a passion.
Oopsies.
I think it's fine. Like, it's not
Yeah,
my
I mean,
favorite, but like it's Wolverine in a different
what's
outfit.
Wolverine
Fine.
again? I don't know. He looks kind of cool. He had sex with the Imagined, so
Yeah, he has an
He's
eye
got
patch.
he's got adamantium claws, he slashes stuff. Which, speaking of that, the fact that you're able to get the adamantium claws from the comics and they'll be in the shop at a later date is fucking great. I'm glad that they finally caved and did that, because now I can use adamantium claws with Meowscles and it's fun.
yeah.
Then after that, it was Dragon Ball. We already talked about that. They added Goku, Vegeta, Bulma, and Beerus, because it was specifically a Dragon Ball Super collab. So because of that, they didn't give Bulma any alternate outfits other than her lab coat, which I'm still mad about, because the original series and Z, she's constantly in different outfits. And it's kind of an entire part of her character, but whatever, I'm fine. And then Beerus is just Beerus, because Beerus is great. Beerus is very fun.
All of the Dragon Ball skins and like Naruto skins were like are different fucking prices each.
Yeah.
Because they all have different like numbers of styles and like they have a back bling.
Yeah, like they gave 4 different styles to a Goku and Vegeta for just different like levels of Super Saiyan and shit.
It's just, yeah.
Then after that, we got Destiny 2 skins. Those were neat. I liked that the back blings were just like the actual like ghost that like follows you around. That was cool. The pickaxes were neat.
By the way, whenever this video goes up, there will be a Smitty McGrots Meet Destiny 2 PvP stream the next day.
True.
Yeah,
That's
Dude, I'll-
for
happening.
sure.
I'll be part of that.
Ban that guy. Anyway, Patrick Mahomes. We already talked
Ketchup.
about him. He likes
Yeah,
ketchup.
ketchup
He was a
guy.
football
I
player.
like this ketchup.
I think they announced that skin like while me and Mira were out to breakfast after we started dating.
Did you use a lot of ketchup?
I have no. In
Well,
fact,
then
I
you
had
fucking
French toast.
failed.
It would be. I had French toast. It would be odd if I used ketchup on it.
You fucked up, man. Anyway,
Sorry.
after that, we got
Drop the ball, man.
really dropped the fucking ball, dude.
Yeah,
Then
did
we
he use
had Then we had Starfire. I like Starfire, I mentioned. I really, really loved Teen Titans as a kid. I actually have the Blu-ray sitting somewhere around here. Yeah, it's everything. I need to rewatch that again at some point, because great show. I love that fucking Silky, the like gross fucking like mutated moth grub is like her back bling. Because I don't think that's in too many comics, and I think it might have actually been created by the show, which is fun. So, like, that's neat. I do wish that it was more close to, like, her show design, but I understand that, like, Epic always goes with, like, current comic designs for stuff, so it makes sense. I think she still looks good. And then the last one was Dreamer, which we already talked about.
Transgender.
Yep. And that's it.
Collab, that seems odd because that wasn't like the very end of the season.
Yeah, no. The last thing listed on the wiki as a collab for that season was Dreamer, and despite that, Dreamer is still listed out as coming out during season 4 for some reason. And there are still some cosmetics from season 4 that are listed as season 3. Don't know why.
Yeah, no, wasn't the fucking
we were
like
talking about the
jiggle
loading
jiggle
screens
emote
and stuff, and the jiggle jiggle
wasn't
emote,
there
yeah.
too. Yeah,
think-
it's like,
I
oh
think
yeah,
the
whoa,
jug
guys, cool emote that comes out next season.
I think that the Jug Band might also be labeled as season 4. Speaking of the Jug Band, why is that?
That's technically
fucking,
a collab. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a collab technically because it's fucking Poker Face. But a Jug
It's
Band.
not Icon series, but
Yeah.
it is getting muted when you have the fucking.
And it's very obviously Poker Face. Like, as soon as somebody's playing the violin in that, it's just
three
plain Poker Face. It's fucking stupid. But yeah, so that's everything for collabs. What we gotta talk about now is some extra thoughts. Any stray thoughts you got for season 3?
I had something earlier, but I forgot whatever it was, so maybe it'll come to me in a second.
Well, I can just say that I really, really loved all of the aesthetics of like all the party locations. Like the spray painting and the bright colors were really nice. The nice change of pace after like a war.
I'll say my general feelings about the season. Like, I had Battle Pass was mid. I really fucking liked. I liked everything else about it, but like I just didn't have like, I guess, the stamina to fucking play it that much.
Yeah.
So I kind of dipped when I finished the fucking the when I got to like the normal extra styles, and I just had the super style.
I for some reason managed to get past level 300 for the first time last season. I don't know how I played that much, but I did. Okay, I guess. Oh yeah, we touched on it before, but I still really want to know what the fuck was up with the Zero War comics.
Yeah.
Like, I want it, like, because apparently, from what I've heard, they're gonna do another run next year of Marvel Fortnite comics. So I'm wondering how the hell are those gonna turn out? Because there's no way that they haven't seen the backlash about this. Like, they're usually pretty good at like picking up that kind of stuff. So like, especially with how well received the Batman ones seem to be. So like, I really want to know what they're gonna do with this next set of stuff. Because it's like, there's a million different plot threads that are like not tied up. It's like, what's Geno doing next? Because he's obviously coming back. Like, that was the final panel of it.
Is he coming back, or is it just fuck her, lol?
Yeah, like, are they gonna try to get her back? Or like, obviously it's a Marvel comic. It's going to tie in to get all the Marvel characters back. Who knows? So
yeah, it's like, in general, I'm more interested in Marvel shit than DC shit, but you kind of ruined the Fortnite lore, which is a really big deal with Fortnite lore.
It's just so weird how like the shit that was going on concurrently in game was just being like talked over by the comics almost. It's just like, what?
Yeah.
It's like, why are you? What kind? Like Donald Mustard must have said something about this, and it's like you made a separate story.
Yeah, these are two different storylines. Like,
it's like
totally different shit happened.
It's like I don't, because like in the comics, I don't think I mentioned this, the comics make it seem like the whole shit with like going to the ice moon and getting the mech and the paradigm back took like a day. Meanwhile, in game, that was our lobby for like 3 weeks
Yeah,
leading up to the
Yeah.
event.
like it's like, you know, that would make more sense. Like, okay, they're rebuilding the mech little by little with like limited resources. They're planning an attack.
Yeah, no, because like you remember, the lobby screen was even literally like the mech being put together limb by limb. When they find it on the ice moon, it's full built. It's still all intact.
Maybe that's just what the paradigm was doing, and you know, you didn't see it in the comics.
No, she was like unconscious when we found her. She was still unconscious in the cockpit. It's fucking weird.
They were
I don't know
other
what was
people.
up.
They were rebuilding the mech with the paradigm unconscious.
Yeah, they went completely undetected by everyone else.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Unnamed mech builders.
The paradigms, Marvel paradigm summoning 50 unnamed mech mechanics to complete her mech in under 24 hours. Yeah. The only other thing I have written down here for extra slots are fuck off, bring the Clombos back.
Yes.
Yeah, we're the Clombos.
Yeah. They need to add them back this season so we can have Chrombos.
Yeah.
Yeah, then they turn they turn into a blob and
They
die.
jump around. No.
And they
Jump
die.
around. Jump around.
I jump around.
You're making me real sad, man.
Yeah. Do I look like I care? Pretend you're
You're
looking
being-
up.
Years in the joint made you a fucking pussy.
10 years in the joint made you a fucking pussy. They should have Nishiki into Fortnite. That'd be funny.
Good idea. Anyway,
That'll be on wave 2 of the Yakuza Club.
yeah. So that's all I have written, but let's discuss season 4 briefly.
Chrome.
Go
I
to
fucking love this season.
I'm
Go
like,
to
this
pass.
is a
Go to
great
pass.
pass.
Go to pass. Go to pass.
I'm not like hating.
Absolutely.
Okay, so yeah, pass is pretty good. Got Funny Cat. Got look at
Alex
the pass
Rose, that-
again.
She's fucking great. She's like definitely one of the main skins for a while for me.
Oh,
Lennox
Lennox.
Rose.
Yeah, Lennox Rose, fucking Meow Skulls.
Lennox is cool.
Cool.
glowing.
Like, Grizz is cool. I don't see myself using him. very
Yeah,
much,
I'm
though.
not gonna really use Grizz. I don't like Grizz all that much, surprisingly. Like I like the mech a lot, but I wish that Grizz himself didn't look like that.
Yeah, I wish there was more to him too, because it's like it seems like an idea that like they could have done more with the design. I guess.
Yeah,
I don't like Grizz.
yeah.
Meow Skulls is peak. Anime Girl's fine. Playboy Cardi is funny.
What?
Or is it Kid Cudi?
Oh,
It's one.
Bites.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
Bites
Playboy
is
Cardi.
funny because I should mention this too. Bites, like Wolverine, was the lowest rated because on Fortnite GG people can just like log in and like give their rating. Like it can either be like great, not great, or poop emoji. And so the concept for Bites had the most poop emojis of any other concept skin ever. And he's the one that got added. But the concept honestly doesn't look that great. I don't know why people hated it that much.
it looks.
I-
They look
but-
a little better in game.
Yeah, no, I think
but-
I think Bites looks really good in game. Like it's one of those things where it's like you had to see it like fully realized in 3D to be like, oh, okay, all right.
I think
can
it's
see
more
this.
unbelievable. You know, little tangent though. I still think it's more unbelievable that Wolverine was hated.
Yeah.
Like it's fucking Wolverine. It's what?
Well, I think it's also just because his crew pack had like fucking nothing in it. It was
Well,
just him and the sword, and that was it.
Man.
And a loading screen, of course, but
And like it, and especially because he didn't come with the claws.
yeah.
Their comic reward.
It's funny is that
Yeah.
like the katana is like an X-Men thing.
Yeah,
I don't know what it is.
I don't even remember if he uses it in the comic. I don't think he does. I think he just uses his claws.
Probably.
Like,
Well, I mean,
I
he
don't
probably
remember ever using that katana. I don't remember that katana being in the comic. I could be wrong, but I don't remember that.
I think also making a Zero War skin part of the crew pack is very stupid as well.
Yeah, like fucking here's our big lore event. Two of them are in the shop. One of them is a crew pack. You'll never get it again. Just like the other Wolverine skin. Fuck you.
Just
I looked
another
at
note
the
on
other
bites. I saw enough people like not knowing if they were a guy that I'm like, yeah, this is a non-binary Fortnite. They already had like the first one. There's the fucking save the world.
It
Oh
can't
yeah,
be. It's
Tony.
The second one.
It can't be
Yeah.
though. It's Playboy Curdy.
Yo, which side do you on?
What?
But I don't know.
You on Curdy's?
Wake up.
Are you on Cardi's side, Joel?
Okay.
What? I don't like bites.
Boo! You're not on Cardi's side.
I'm not on your side.
I'm
Yeah.
on nobody's side.
But I just have to say, with this new season, all of the new mechanics and new weapons are fucking fantastic. I absolutely love the Evo Chrome stuff. I love the Chrome blob mechanic. Being able to pass through walls is a lot of fun. The
Yeah.
mobility options for the Chrome blob is also just absolutely crazy. I wish they were a little easier to hit, but you know, whatever.
Like, the whole idea is like, oh, you move
You're
faster.
evasive. Yeah.
But like, I wish it was a little easier.
Yeah.
Just like do something there.
It's like,
Like,
you know,
you see
luckily,
someone-
as long as you get some
See someone
easy.
moving around as a blob, you like can't do anything about it. You just have to
Yeah.
wait for them to not be a blob anymore.
It's also really freaky because when your friends do it, their name tag is still floating like above them as if they were still standing. So it's like you can just see a Chrome blob float, like go into your screen and have no fucking clue who it is.
Yeah.
Like you can't see who the fuck this is, and you're just like, oh shit. Like just twitch around, like, oh Jesus. That happened to me multiple times already. Also, yeah,
Oh,
the Herald is cool.
No, I'm going first. They made fucking NPC AI like so much better. It's so
Yeah,
I love
it's
it. Like
nice.
they can fucking like revive you if you get
You
down.
can have you tried commanding them?
Oh, I
like,
have, yeah.
Yeah,
I've like
'cause you
commanded
can.
them the same place while I like fucking hit them with med mist.
Yes, like if anybody doesn't know, so they added like the shit where like if you hold down middle mouse or whatever button it is for like a controller, you know, you can do the extra callouts like loot area or someone's been here, shit like that. But if you do it while you have an ally, you can actually give them commands like, okay, walk here, go attack this, stand here, wait, shit like that, or like you can like have them go to somebody and like here. He'd like get this person back up or whatever, or they'll do it themselves. Really, really nice. They also improved bot AI mostly just by making it so that rather than throwing down a single wall and standing behind it doing nothing, they'll actually build themselves a box for themselves. Like they'll build the ceiling and everything. So it's like, you know, they're getting there.
Yeah.
But,
they make bots just fucking super sweaty. This game's unplayable.
No, dude, I saw a clip where apparently they had been testing like a long while ago. They were testing bots that could crank 90s.
Yeah.
I feel
Very
like they'll
weird.
never implement that. Like they shouldn't want to have that. It's just like, oh yeah, every encounter in this game is this shit. Lol.
Yeah,
Like, yeah,
having
having bot AI better is good, but like
Yeah.
you can't make it too hard.
Having them not be like bottom of the barrel brain dead is nice, but it shouldn't be like, you know, building a tower to snipe you. Yeah. Any other interesting thoughts?
I'm having a lot of fun.
I'm having a lot.
It's a fucking season.
Why is Brie Larson the fucking default style? Why?
You gotta
We've
work
been
for
waiting
that
You
for
have
out.
something to look forward to when you level up the pass.
I mean, that's
We've
exactly
been
it. They
waiting
know. They
for this
know we
paradigm
hate it.
shift since the end of season 2.
Do they know we hate it? Because like I've seen a lot of people using it. Like a lot of people
probably everything else.
using. Well, no, I've seen people using like the bonus style one. Or
Then
not
why
the
the
bon-
fuck
not
you-
the bonus style, but like the one that like you get later in the pass when you could have already gotten the armor. I think. I don't remember what it is, but I've seen people using that. I've not seen really anyone using the full armor version of Paradigm.
Really?
Yeah.
That's unfortunate.
Well, I mean, she's on page 8, so like, there's a
Well, yeah,
solid.
that's
chance
it
that-
too. It's
I
like
guess that's true.
she's like page 8. Like they had to have known what they're doing. Sorry, 7.
I mean, like, what would they be doing though? Because it's like you're not paying for it. They're not like, oh, pay us extra and you'll get this. It's just like, it just takes a little more time. It's not like Brie Larson's getting you're not sending Brie Larson money every time you level up and don't have the armor style, I feel like it's just kind of, here's the basic one. You got to work through the past and you'll finally you her full potential. That's probably what they were thinking with it, at least. So I also think it's funny that fucking Donald Mustard went on record being like, as soon as I saw Brie Larson playing as Envy Adams in Scott Pilgrim versus the World, I knew that I need to work with this woman. And
That
it's like,
movie
what?
is ruined Fortnite. The movie is ruined Fortnite.
First it ruined a generation of women, now it ruins a generation of loopers. Can't catch a break.
Now it ruined a pass of Fortnite. Then your whole pass.
Yeah, female pass.
Female pass.
Female Pat.
Female pass.
Plus no snap.
Take the L.
Exactly. All right, that's all we got, right?
Yeah,
I think we're
I'm
good.
pooped.
I think we're good. All right.
He's poop.
Oh, he's poofed. All right.
Oh, hey, I forgot
Guys,
to...
Weapons have a Chrome season. It was a poop season, and every Chrome is replaced with poop. You turn into a poop blob.
This
I
joke
didn't
is
know.
not...
I didn't know that we had Chuck on this podcast.
Ooh,
Who's Chuck?
The guy who likes
Testa.
poop.
Chuck Testa.
Oh, poop guy. Okay.
Oh, right, poop guy.
You guys forgot to mention how, in Fort Nightmares, we're going to get the Freddy Krueger, Michael Myers, and the,
Pretty fast.
No, we're
and
getting
the-
Doom Guy.
Who?
We're getting Doom Guy.
Who? All I know is Freddy Fazbear.
I'm killing
Great
you.
work, Seth. You had some hiccups there, but I think you followed your script pretty well, all in all.
Yeah.
Who is this, who is this, fucking thing talking to me?
What?
I don't know, man.
Oh, yeah, I forgot your memory resets after too long.
All right, we're done. Good night. Thanks for watching, or good morning, because I know you'll give me shit for that. We're done. Thanks for watching. Jesus Christ.
I'm done.
Just like that, I was trash in the street. Nobody would touch me. I couldn't compete. I had an idea, I could take what's new. All the best parts, I could take it from you. Big stack taxed, I like that setup. Give it up, give me all you got is mine. Big facts check, I might just get up.